My wife is upstairs, and they don't have any drinks or any. Now, do you know if the concession take a credit card?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Yeah, just.
Welcome to the 2025 Aultman Health Systems Aultcare YouTube Game of the Week from 1480 WHBC Sports. Let's head to the booth.
Good evening and welcome to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium for tonight's WHBC YouTube Game of the Week, brought to you by Aultman Health Systems and Aultcare. Hello, everyone. I'm Mark Miller in for Frank Salona tonight, and alongside with color commentary, as always, Coach Thom McDaniels. Tom, you couldn't get a better night mid-season for a football game, huh?
No. This weather, this late in September, we'll take it.
This is great.
Awesome.
Well, we got the Battle of the Bulldogs tonight. Green is the visitor, McKinley the home team. We're going to talk about Green just for a minute first. Their record is 1-4, but a lot of very close losses might be a little misleading. What can you tell us about Green?
Absolutely. They've lost by 1, 3, 6, and 7 points in their 4 losses. So those are all games that they were in. There were all games that they perhaps had a chance to win. Mm-hmm. So that 1-4 record is deceiving to me.
Yeah. I think so, too. Coach Mark Geis, his teams have always been able to score points. We expect the same tonight. Let's take a look at the home team. Another new coach, although you can't call him really a brand new coach because he's had off-season, preseason, half of the regular season. But the McKinley Bulldogs come in at 4-1. What do you tell us about the Pups?
Well, I think where they are in the season is they're a team that is probably more focused on playing better football going into the stretch run to the end of the season and on into the playoffs. Eliminating mistakes, whatever they happen to be. We know that when we win, we still make mistakes, and there has to be an emphasis on eliminating those mistakes because you need to play great football to beat the best teams you have yet to play.
And in Federal League, they're tough every week. Renzi Parnell knows that, and it's going to be a great matchup. We're glad you've joined us. We'll take a break and come back with a kickoff here on WHBC.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
For over 60 years, Friends and Family Credit Union has proudly served Stark County. We provide financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. Whether it's a loan, savings, checking, or other financial services, now more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family. Come visit any of our 3 locations, online or our mobile app. Our focus is always you, the member.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
The Saturday Morning Huddle returns to the WHBC YouTube channel and Facebook Live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. We'll have highlights, coach and player interviews, analysis, and much more.
Kenny Rhoda and John Bazika help you get caught up on Friday night high school football action on the Saturday Morning Huddle, 10 a.m. on the WHBC YouTube channel and live on Facebook.
The Saturday Morning Huddle is presented by Marianne Donuts, DeHoff Realtor Ty Colucci, Akron Auto Auction, Dirty Hands Excavating and Restoration LLC, and Community One Credit Union. Subscribe now to our YouTube channel and don't miss a minute. Watch it live or on demand.
From Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, this is the WHBC YouTube Game of the Week, presented by Aultman Health Systems and Aultcare. Tonight, we have the Green Bulldogs visiting the McKinley Bulldogs. I'm Mark Miller in for Frank Salona. Along with color commentaries, our state championship coach, Tom McDaniels, and our master of the numbers tonight, as well as trivia, Bob Jeffries. All right, guys. Well, we're waiting on the Bulldogs to – oh, they did come out. See, I look at my paper one time. Yeah, and they come flying out of here.
Yep.
So
they did that in 2 seconds.
They're getting lined up, and we're going to have the national anthem soon, and then the kickoff. I did notice, and tell me if I'm right or wrong, you guys, Green won the toss and chose to defer.
Correct.
So McKinley will end up with the ball first. That gives Green the ball to start the second half.
Got the color guard coming on the field from right to left.
Well, I was here a couple of weeks ago when McKinley played Glen Oak, and a young man from McKinley sang the national anthem, as good as I've ever heard.
Oh, my goodness.
He was so good.
I love to hear things like that about our young people.
I wish I'd have got his name. He was a big fella, and the players were all high-fiving him as he got off the field. So he was, obviously a very popular kid in the school.
That's great.
Yeah. Beautiful night for football. Sun's starting to set over the trees in the west. Going to cool it off just a little bit.
Yeah, we start about 71 degrees, and I think we'll finish up with 62. That's football weather.
That is football weather. Beautiful. Here's the national anthem.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove your hats, and honor America with our national anthem. This evening, our featured vocalist, Asia Carmichael.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars
All right, fellas, so I'm guessing McKinley has a really good choir, right?
They have to.
That fella a couple of weeks ago, this young lady, excellent job out there with no musical accompaniment. The band was just holding their instruments. Man, that's really good.
I can't wait for the Massillon game to see what we get.
Well, you think they're saving the best for last?
Well, hey,
OJs.
Sometimes you do.
Bring the OJs.
Yes.
Hey, they got put in the Legends
Yes,
thing along with your
did.
son.
Yes, they
Congratulations
did.
to Josh and the whole McDaniels family.
Thank you very much. That was
nice affair last
highly
night.
unexpected. Oh, wonderful affair. Done the absolute right way. Yes, It was a great evening.
Yeah, man, along with the OJs and Marion Motley and so many other very familiar names. The maiden voyage for that honor, and that was awesome. All right, so we're going to have Green kicking off. We're expecting to have number 25, Nick Weigel, run out there. And we were talking a little bit beforehand about the returner or returners for the McKinley Bulldogs, and Darius Hill had a night of all nights against Glen Oak a couple of weeks ago. He'll be back there. He is number 19. And I think number 4, Kamar Lucius, will go back with him. And it'll be interesting to see who Green kicks to or away from.
You don't want to kick it to Darius Hill. Apparently, he's averaging, I think, 32 yards per return, and that's a big kick return.
That is a big kick. That gets you some field position there,
Yes,
Coach.
it does. Yes, it does. The flags on the goalposts are motionless, so there's no wind to assist the kicker or for him to overcome.
We'll talk about the kickers later on when they get out there with PATs or field goals, but 2 very efficient kickers on the field tonight. All right, Federal League action, week number 6. Here we go. And they squib. They don't want to kick to either of those deep guys.
On the 33-yard line on the return.
That's number 3 with that return. Got it up in there, DJ Britt. And so McKinley will have excellent field position starting off at their own 44-yard line, and the offense comes running out.
The negative to the short kickoff is good field position for the other guys. And we have that as an example already tonight.
Yeah, the squib went to a skill kid who looked like he knew what to do with the ball.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, he's one of their better receivers, and he can run with it. So, yeah, short field, more or less, to start off with. All right, behind center, Trent Hayden. Bulldogs come out with their kind of standard formation. What's that called, Coach? Is that pistol where the shotgun in the back is directly behind
Exactly.
you?
That's called the pistol, and he's got 2 blocking backs, one to the right, one to the left in front of him.
Kylan West, number 14 on the carry. And, boy, did Kylan have a week last game against Perry, 192 yards rushing. He had a great one.
Yep. McKinney may be in the gun, but that's power football that they're running with those 2 blocking backs available for that guy lined up behind the quarterback in the pistol formation.
Starting lineups provided by CKP Heating and Cooling, keeping the big dogs cool. There you can see the offense, the big guys, Owens, Jamerson, Hinkle, Hayes, and Quincy. Hayden, Davis, and West in the backfield, and the guys catching it and running with it, Lee, Britt, Hill, and Kelly.
Well, Britt, Hill, and Finn all have between 16 and 21 catches here through the first 5 games.
Multiple targets for Hayden. He's looking to right, going to roll out a little bit and throw it. The first guy to touch it was a Green defender. Number 21 on the play is not on my roster. Wouldn't you know it? First guy that makes a play.
Britt was the target, but they had underneath coverage below him and over the top coverage, so he was well defended.
Bulldogs defense starts like this. Lombardi, Elcati, Taylor, Hanneberg, Swank, Werner, Shaw, Hall, Libertor, McMichael, and Giorgio is listed, but he was out for the coin toss in street clothes. And I talked to one of the Green coaches, and he will be replaced by committee, both on offense and defense. A two-way guy. You lose a two-way guy, Coach. That's tough.
Was that Giorgio or was that Libertor?
Giorgio is injured and not playing.
That's it. Okay, good.
So we'll have to see who replaces him. We have a guy down on the field. It's a Green player, and they've come out to take a look at him.
We had a penalty on the play, too.
All right, well, we'll take a break, come back, and sort it all out. You're watching WHBC YouTube Game of the Week.
Life happens at full speed. Your internet should too. Introducing MCTV Accelerate Fiber, the fast, reliable internet that keeps your family seamlessly connected. With speeds up to 1 gigabit, Accelerate Fiber is perfect for work, play, and staying connected with loved ones. MCTV, fast, reliable, built for the moments that matter most. Upgrade today and experience the difference.
Visit mctvohio.com or call today.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
We provide both service like preventative maintenance on your local residential house. We provide custom ductwork. We do residential and commercial HVAC, and we do refrigeration for restaurants, for gas stations. We can fix your furnace or we can fix your rooftop at your place of business themselves. Also, it's the comfort of your home. I mean, you want someone that's experienced and done it all to make sure your home is comfortable and the temperature you like it.
Welcome back. The injured player for Green was Caden Warner. He's a linebacker, number 0, and he is walking off, although slowly, under his own power. As the guys mentioned right before we left, there was a penalty on the play, was holding, and so that backs McKinley up to their 36-yard line, and it's 2nd and 18.
McKinley'd like to get half of this necessary for the first down on this play and the other half on 3rd down probably.
Hayden receives a snap, looks for the quick screen out right. DJ Britt, the guy that returned that opening kickoff, and coach, they were 18, and now it looks like it's 3rd and 9. So you nailed that one, huh? Get half of it, you said, didn't you?
I'm a lucky guy.
You got the headphones on. Does that go straight out to the field? Are you still talking to the sideline?
You know, the blind squirrel, right?
Well, it is 3rd and 9, right at the 45-yard line, right hash for McKinley. If they want to keep this drive going, they need to pick that up or more. Now set to the right side is Kylan West. 3 receivers to the top side. That's the way he's looking. Pretty good protection. Wanted to go down to a hook in the middle there. I don't know who that is. Is that number 10? In any case, it was overthrown, and that'll bring up a punt situation. Number 1 runs onto the field. That's Thomas Mankowski. He does the punting and the kicking, one of the better legs in the area. And back to return. The punt for Green is number 13. That's Ben Bronick.
And he's only about 10, 20, 30 yards from the line of scrimmage. So
if it goes over his head, let it roll, huh? Oh, it hit one of the upbacks.
Yeah.
The snap hit an upback. Mankowski got a hold of it and tried to throw it to the upback who it hit. That was Isaac Brooks. Ball is incomplete, so Green will get great field position off the snafu off the snap.
That was unintended, correct?
Yeah, well, I would think so, because everybody looks surprised, especially Mankowski. There he is, and he's going to get rid of it, which is smart thinking by him. Thought he could get a completion. It wouldn't have been much yardage, if any. But he did not take a sack on that play. So here's McKinley's defense, who's played very, very well this year so far. And Green's offense will come out, and Tyson Hunka, the quarterback. And, Bob, you made the comment, he's been there forever.
Yeah, he's a senior.
He has played a long time for Green.
Yeah, McKinley's snaps on punts have been bad all year. The Heights game we did, they had a bad snap.
Empty backfield, kind of a jet sweep. It looked like he wanted to throw it, but he slipped down.
Yep.
I think that was going to be a halfback pass. What do you think, Coach?
Yep, I agree with that. They were looking for a big play on the first offensive play of the game for them.
They had number 10, Sam Dubravik. Here's the offensive starters for Green: Sankovic, Alcati, Brooks, Lombardi, Holman, Hunka, McMichael, Taylor, Reed, Rice, Dubravitz, and Giorgio, who we mentioned is out injured, so somebody's going to be replacing him. Empty backfield again, 5 receivers. Inside receiver in motion, that's Reed. They hand it off to him, and he's got some room, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And Reed is the guy that, coming off a great junior year where he had a couple of kick returns for touchdowns, he's a real speed guy. And he's been nursing that hamstring all year. He was on a pitch count or a play count for the first few games and will have to see how many plays he plays today. Here's the McKinley defense that's played very well. Hinkle, Dawkins, Daniels, Stevens, Brooks, Mitchell, Brown, Crook, Davis, Robinson, and McClellan. Of course, Renzi Parnell, the head coach, is the defensive coordinator. That's his defense. And Hunka just throws it out of bounds as he was about to get sacked. The scramble to the right, nobody open, 2 Bulldogs on top of him, and he got rid of it. It's 4th and 11.
Thinking back to McKinley turning the ball over on the failed punt attempt, I had them for only 6 turnovers in 5 games, so they've been stingy, with the football, and that's out of character for them.
Hunka takes a couple of steps back as we imagined he would. Quick kicks, punts it down the right sideline. A nice kick all the way down to the 2 or 3 yard line. Well, very efficient. That is the advantage of the shotgun when your quarterback is athletic, right, Coach?
There's no question about that. They couldn't have wished for a better ending, to the possession. They didn't get a score, but they've given McKinley terrible field position to begin with their second possession.
I read off the starting lineups that time and forgot to tell you it's brought to you by CKP, Heating and Cooling, keeping the big dogs cool, and we want to thank them for providing the starting lineups for each game. So McKinley, 97 yards away from the goal line that they want to get to. They come out in that normal set. Hayden with West behind him. And they're going to lose a yard.
Yes, they are.
They handed it off, just trying to get some breathing room. West was tackled at the 2, so it's going to be 2nd and 11.
Great penetration. I'm trying to read the number by the Green Bulldogs nose man. I think that was Al Cady. He got great penetration, and he met the back in the backfield.
There you see it right there, one-on-one block, and he just beat the block and got a hold of West, and that is number 77. Is that who you called it?
Yep, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Took me a minute to read the number.
I'm cheating. Oh, looks like we got a timeout on the field. We'll take a break as well. No score here with 8:23 left in the first quarter from Benson Stadium.
The news of the day, every day, on Canton's Morning News with Pam Cook.
Paving every alley in the city of Canton over the first 4 years is just part of the plan. Right now, we have contractors who are cleaning these alleys up that haven't been addressed for decades and decades. And literally, there were people coming out of their houses and hugging the guys working for the contractor cleaning these alleys up.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing.
It is a great thing.
It is a good thing.
1480 WHBC.
I think there was purpose to that timeout.
Little attitude adjustment. Oh, we're back. Talk about attitude adjustment. Casey's trying to get my attention. I'm oblivious. I'm just enjoying the beautiful scenery in this game. So after the timeout by McKinley, that's their first. They're at 2nd and 11 on their own 2-yard line.
Green playing a 4-man front, 3 backers at the second level, 2 deep, high safeties.
Again, West off the left side. He had room, and that player that just came back into the game, which is great news, Caden Warner, he was the man from Green that got injured a little while ago, but he's back on the field and obviously feels better because he just made a great play. Now it's 3rd and 7. McKinley back to the line of scrimmage in a hurry. Off the left side again, West powers out for a first down. Well, they just decided after that timeout, nothing fancy, no trickery. Hand the ball to West off the left side and let's grind out some yards and get a first down, and they did.
That's one way to get it away from the shadow of your own goal line. West is their leading rusher. He's on pace for 1,000 yards here at the midway point of the regular season.
The impressive thing about him is he averages over 8 yards a carry. And Canton South, my math is pretty good. Tells me you give it to him a couple of times, he's going to get you a first down.
Yeah, well, I think we'll see more of him.
Jet sweep. This is DJ Britt. No, it isn't. It's 0. That is Elijah Finn. And Green did a great job of pursuit to meet him at the far sideline. I think they're going to give him about 3 yards.
Left side of the Green defense did a great job of setting the edge and not letting him turn the corner and get outside.
So they'll call it 2nd and 8. Ball on the 16-yard line on the hash nearest the McKinley bench. 6:58 and counting in the first quarter. Nobody has scored. Nobody has threatened to score. Been a couple of punts on the first 2 possessions. This is the 3rd possession of the game. West off the left side, and a nice tackle by number 51, Dario Lombardi from Green.
That's a D lineman on the left side making the tackle on the opposite side that he's lined up from.
He can run a little bit, huh?
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. He's the defensive end on the left. That play was to McKinley's left, but he caught it from behind.
3rd and 9 now.
This is one of the areas that McKinley may need to work on and need to improve as the season goes along. They're only converting about 36% of their 3rd down opportunities.
3 receivers to the bottom of the field. Pressure in the backfield. Hayden's going to get sacked.
Yep.
He almost got back to the line of scrimmage, but did not make it. And I believe that sack goes to 0. That's Caden Warner.
Mark, look at the replay if we get it. I don't think a Green defender was in a stance. We used to call that the amoeba defense, where everybody's just moving and a little bit of right, a little bit left, moving up, moving back, trying to confuse the blockers, and it worked. It worked in this case.
And you saw Warner come off the left side and come in the back door to get that sack on Hayden. Now it's 4th down, and they rush out a personal protector late, so they got 11 guys on the field now. That time the snap went through the hole. Mankowski with the punt. And there'll be no return, if not a loss of 1 or 2. Ben Bronick back to receive it. But what I like that he did, Coach, and we see it every week of kids that don't do it, is he didn't let the ball roll and roll and roll. He didn't catch it, didn't fair catch it, but he caught it on the first hop, minimized the damage, 45-yard line, and Green's offense comes out.
Yeah, I always wanted our guys to catch it in the air if it was catchable. And if it wasn't catchable, and that was pretty short punt, if you get a good first bounce, you take it, and that's what he did.
So good field position again for the Green offense. Tyler Hunka at quarterback. Number 20, that's Reed behind him, and he'll get it off the left side, but that tough McKinley defense is right there, and they're going to call it no gain. Number 32 for McKinley gets up off the pile, Nehemiah Stokes.
McKinley added pressure from the far side. Strong safety Shad Davis wasn't involved in the play, but he added himself to the front. So they're in a 4-man front, but that was a run defense.
2nd and 10. They motion a man across the field. Now a short motion to get a blocking back in order. A couple of play action fakes. Rollout pass into the flat. Meant for number 27, Josh Taylor. He had his hands on it a couple of times, but could not bring it in. Incomplete, 3rd and 10.
Hunka made that a difficult catch. He had an open guy, and with a very accurate throw, we'd have had a catch and a significant gain after the catch, but not to be.
There you see what Coach was talking about. That was high, a little behind, and awfully wobbly. But he was getting pressured. A couple of guys right in his face. So credit the defense for making that a bad pass.
Well, he can expect that the rest of the evening, I'm sure.
They've been getting on him, haven't they? 3rd and 10. Fake up inside. Now Hunka's looking for somewhere to run or set up and throw. He sure has some moves, but he couldn't quite get away from the last guy. Number 44 gets credit for the tackle. That's Colin Hinkle.
When a quarterback spends that much time trying to escape, I think it seldom ends in a positive. He gained a couple of yards, but certainly didn't gain the first down. They're punting the ball again.
4th and 4. Hunka takes a step or two back, and he'll kick it again. The last time it rolled dead inside the 5. This is not going to be that way, and it kicks back. And a good job of downing it. Number 13, Ben Bronick, got on it, but it's going to be marked at about the 20, where are they going to mark it, 29? 29-yard line. McKinley's offense will come out and take over. We are 3:38 on the clock. No score in this ball game. Federal League matchup from Thom Benson Stadium. The Green Bulldogs, the McKinley Bulldogs. Mark Miller, Tom McDaniels, and Bob Jeffries here to bring you the action. And Casey Claxon trying to keep me organized. Thank you, Casey.
He does a good job of that for all of us.
He's doing a great job. I think he wishes he were a little closer to me to grab me a couple of times. Off the left side, West again. Nice move getting by and into the defensive backfield for a first down and a gain of, what's that, Bob, 14 or something like that? Nice first down play.
We're going to give 14.
All right, to match his number, huh?
Well, West is explosive, and that's a typical run for him. Every time he is handed the ball, that's a possibility, an explosive play.
Well, they gave it to him right again off the hurry up. Joel Brink on the tackle for, Ben Bronick on the tackle for Green. McKinley's up at 2nd and 6 now. The ball resting at the 47-yard line. It's a very symmetrical offensive set. They turn around and give it to West, this time off the right side. Breaks a tackle or two. Reed Libertor on the tackle for Green, but enough yardage for a first down, and McKinley's doing it with the run game.
Yes, they are, and I was about to say, and I'm glad I didn't, that they are focusing on running the ball to their left, and I'm glad I didn't say it because that run was identical to the one to the left, but it was the same play to the right, a power run, West the ball carrier.
How often do you just run behind your best lineman, Coach?
As often as you can.
Without tipping your hand, huh?
Yeah, and you like to be, two-handed and able to work both edges and both sides of the interior, but sometimes that's not the case, and so you favor the best guy that you have.
Good run on first down, gain of 7, right at the 40-yard line. Across midfield now for McKinley. 2nd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock. McKinley starting to threaten to score. Nobody's come close to scoring yet. Play action pass. Hayden wants to go deep. He had Britt out there, and the flags fly as there was some contact. The cover guy was number 21. And if you guys know who 21 is for Green's defense, I'd appreciate knowing because I do not have that number. He's made a couple of plays already. So it is pass interference, a 15-yard penalty, takes it from the 40 down to the 25. 1st and 10 for McKinley.
Without the interference, I think it would have been a difficult catch.
Underthrown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bringing some heat on defense. Green brought both their linebackers. A running back popped right through. That is Isaac Brooks, number 5, still fighting for yardage. First down and more. The thing I noticed about McKinley when we did him a couple of weeks ago, Kylan West is a really good running back, but they got a couple other guys that come in and run really hard.
Well, Brooks is 5'10", 200 pounds.
That's a man.
So that's a load.
Yeah. 1st and 10. Right back to Brooks off the left side. This time that guy that Coach was talking about a little while ago, El Khadi, made the tackle. Got a couple of yards. He'll spot it right at the 10-yard line. So this is the deepest penetration by either team as we round out the first quarter, approaching a minute left. Of course, for either team, when you get this close to the goal line, a field goal is always a possibility. They have 2 good kickers, one for each team. Brooks again, right up the middle and off the edge. Number 6 for Green is Anthony McMichael.
When Green can stop the play like that before it's actually begun, that's when they've been successful. That time, penetration from Green's right side in the backfield to prevent the short gain or no gain.
West is back in at running back. Also, Elijah Finn came in at receiver. So they'll have 3 wideouts. Green brought backers on the last play. They bring a couple this time, too. The quick out into the left flat. That's the tight end, number 15, Malachi Nash. Caught it and got some good yardage. Ball's inside the 5. They'll spot it at 4.
Yeah, this is 4th, and let's think about it.
4th and 2. And this is that one you're deciding whether you're going to kick a field goal or trust your guys up front to get you a couple of yards.
Well, the offensive people are remaining on the field. Quarterback joining his teammates in the huddle, so it looks like the Dogs are going to go for it. The McKinley Dogs.
Yeah, we got 2 dogs out here tonight,
yeah,
don't we?
We do.
West in the backfield. Motion on the offensive line. Green, we used to call it STEM. I don't know what you call it, Coach.
That's what I call it. Yep.
The defensive linemen, when the quarterback started calling his signals, they shifted. Both defensive tackles went a gap wider,
right.
And the offensive tackle from McKinley saw that movement and jumped. Coach, we did the Massillon game. Who were they playing? The team from Columbus that beat them in the playoffs last year. I'll think of it in a minute. They did that purposely and got Massillon to jump a dozen times. It's blocked field goal. Mankowski, who hadn't missed a kick, PAT or field goal, was lined up for what he would consider a very easy field goal, but it was blocked. So Green will take over. It's the end of the quarter. Our score remains 0-0. We'll be back with second quarter action.
I'm Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns. Proud to be a member of Team Sarchon. Join us in Sarchon Auto Group as we drive towards a brighter future. Because when we come together, on and off the field, we can accomplish anything. Community, teamwork, strength. That's what we're all about.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
All right, we are back at Thom Benson Stadium, and down on the field right now, some former McKinley people, alumni, grads that are the inaugural class of the Distinguished Alumni. And there are some very familiar names down there, including one Mrs. McDaniels, representing her husband Thom, who we have stolen for the evening, and representing their son Josh, who is part of that inaugural class. Congratulations, Coach. That's pretty cool.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we're thrilled to death about this, and so is Josh. Unfortunately, it's in the fall, and he can't attend.
He's a little busy, huh?
He's a little busy.
A little busy. All right, other games tonight. Freshmark Sugardale radio game is Perry at Jackson. Friends and Family Credit Union stream game on WHBCSports.com is West Branch at Minerva. That's 2 4-1 teams. One everybody expected to be 4-1. The other one nobody expected to be 4-1. That's Minerva. They're having a great year so far. And don't miss this week's edition of Beyond the Bleachers. Pam Cook talks with McKinley art teacher Ben Myers and his AP art students who are taking part in Canton Mural Fest. That's happening tomorrow in downtown Canton. Check out Pam's interview for all the details and inspiration. You'll find it on the 1480 WHBC YouTube channel. And there you see the inaugural class and some of their immediate family walking off the field as they were recognized at a banquet last night on the scoreboard here several times and in between quarters right on Thom Benson Field.
Some of them walking slowly, as I would.
Enjoying every moment of it.
If I had been down there. I don't know about enjoying it. It's just that's
you're
full
saying
speed.
They can't walk
that's full speed. Yes.
All right, so the first play of the second quarter, we'll have Green with the ball. It is at the 11-yard line. Still no score. First quarter was scoreless. McKinley got all the way down inside the 5, tried a field goal after a penalty, and it was blocked. And I think Coach McDaniels, you got who blocked that kick here in a minute. Green with a run. They're going to gain a yard, maybe 2. That's about it. Do you know who blocked that field goal for Green? Did you say 17? Is that what you said?
No, I had number 14, Joel
14.
Brink,
okay,
on the block. He came from the left edge. There was a good snap and a good hold. I think he timed it right, and he hit the block spot. And it's a great special team play for Green at that particular moment.
So it is 2nd and 9 as they only gave him a yard. Green with a couple of receivers to the wide side. Going to turn and fake it in the bootleg. McKinley's right there. Wow, upfield quickly for McKinley. Is that number 8? I think Amari Mitchell turned him back inside, and a couple of teammates pursuing got credit for the sack because there was a quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. So it's now 3rd and almost 15 yards to go.
That's Amari Mitchell, the son of Kente Mitchell, who played with Josh at McKinley back in the 90s.
Who coached him?
Thom McDaniels did.
That's awesome.
And a whole lot of really good assistant coaches.
That's what it takes, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
3rd and real long. Hunka looking to throw. He's going to boot out of there. His receivers, there's nobody open. Nobody.
There's no separation. He's mobile, but there's no separation. And as a former quarterback, rolling to your left and trying to throw back against
yeah, usually you think they might rip your arm off if you turn back.
Yes.
That was Shad Davis, number 6, that forced him out of bounds, and it's 4th and 9. And this will be a legitimate punt for Green. They've punted it twice, but it was out of the shotgun with the quarterback, Hunka, punting it. This is number 6. This is Anthony McMichael. He is their regular punter. And back to return, I'm guessing, is Darius Hill, number 19.
Oh.
Punt did not come off his foot very well. Going to get a little bit of a roll, but this is going to be great field position for the McKinley Bulldogs. Mark it at the 37, and here comes the offense with the red and black on.
Both teams have had good field position that neither at this point have been able to take advantage of. Obviously, McKinley was inside the 5-yard line and couldn't score the touchdown. And after the penalty, had to try a field goal that was blocked.
So let's see what Mr. Hayden does. He's got West behind him. 3-man front for Green. They're going to hand it off to West right over the right side, and he breaks one tackle, but another one is right there as the echo. And oh my gosh, I am so sorry to his parents, but number 21 is not on our roster, and he has had a heck of a game. So he got about 3 yards, 2nd and 7. We will name the Old Carolina Barbecue, which is the official barbecue of football, player of the game at the end of the game, along with the Key Play Replay. MCTV sponsors that. They go the extra smile. So we're looking for some great plays and some great players. We got a lot of great players out there. They just haven't done it yet. Not enough play to put together a great game. Here's a handoff left side, West.
Excellent play by number 14.
Yeah, he came in the backside.
Yes, he did.
That's Joel Brink. And kept that gain to a minimum, a gain of 2. 3rd and 5 now. Ball resting at the 32-yard line, right in the middle of the field.
Green continuing to stem their defensive front, as you mentioned just a little bit ago, Mark. Late in the cadence, 3 of the 4 frontline defenders for Green move slightly to their right. They may have a read on where the ball's going because McKinley ran left and they ran into the strength of the defense.
Got a couple of linebackers up into the line of scrimmage. Coach Parnell says, do not like the play I had called against that. He's going to take a timeout. So with 8:48 in the second quarter and 2 zeros up on the scoreboard, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
It's Kenny and JT.
Legendary actor, producer, director, author, musician, William Shatner. You've touched so many different generations, whether it's, Captain Kirk or DJ Hooker.
I got arrested for touching the wrong generation.
Was there a favorite role of yours throughout your entire illustrious career?
I don't think that way. What I think is the moment I'm doing something, that's the best I can do. And this radio show is the best I can do. So you'll have
away.
It's the Kenny and JT Show. Weekdays between 3 and 7 on WHBC.
He's in a stance.
We are back to action. Handoff to West over the left side, and he will get that first down. And, Coach, you had talked about stemming or the defensive line moving around. Explain that a little bit to people that don't know what we're talking about.
Well, if the defensive front aligns in a position and doesn't move prior to the snap, then the offensive linemen have a better idea about how to block the front. It's easier to block a stationary target than it is a moving target. And so we've got movement by the front 4 from Green as moving targets, and it's caused a problem for McKinley. Not on every play, but on some plays.
All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 26-yard line of Green. West off the right side and sitting right there waiting, number 53, Nolan Sankovic for the Green Bulldogs. Give him a yard, 2nd and 9.
That's a really good job of staying home by the Green player on that particular play. Remind me of his name again.
Number 53?
Yes, he stayed home.
Nolan Sankovic.
Yeah, the play was to be run to the left. The running back cut back. Sankovic stayed home and made the tackle.
Number 5, Isaac Brooks, in at the running back position now. They're going to turn and hand it to him, and he has a big hole all the way to the defensive backfield, and he'll get the first down, a gain of about 9 or 10 on the play.
Really well blocked by McKinley. Looked like an A-gap, B-gap play to the left. That's between the center and guard, or between the guard and tackle to the left. Blocked it really well, and that's a young man who knows how to take a well-blocked play and take advantage of it.
Reed Libertor on the tackle for Green, but now inside the 15-yard line. McKinley looking for the first score of the game. They hand it to Brooks again, and he has stood up in the hole, but he keeps the legs moving and gets a little help from a lineman in the back, and he'll end up getting all the way down to the 10-yard line, gain of 4.
I'm presuming that Green believes that the position of the blocking back is an indication about where the ball is going to be run. I don't know that, but based on how they're playing, they stemmed the front toward that blocking back, and the play was run behind him for a modest gain.
Well, there is a player from Green down on the field, and they are attending to him. We will take a break and be right back with the score still zeros at 6:40 in the second quarter.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
100-pound back.
All right, we're back to action now, and that injured player also got up and walked off on his own, so hopefully that was just a stinger, and he'll be back out there pretty quickly. But McKinley now with the ball, 2nd and 6 on the 10-yard line. Hayden getting ready to receive the snap, turn in hand. This is Brooks, met in the hole. Number 24 was the first guy there. That's Luke Shaw, their leading tackler. Brooks twisted away for a little bit of yardage, but it's going to be 3rd and a long 3 or short 4.
And Brooks did a great job to avoid a loss, a negative play.
Looking at the sideline now to get the play call from the coach. So Green trying to minimize the yardage on this play and make McKinley either try another field goal or go for it on 4th down with some yardage to go. McKinley's trying to get into the end zone. Nobody's been there tonight. Little play action pass, a pop pass, and there's that guy, number 19, Darius Hill. Ran the slant from the left side, and Hayden put it on him. Touchdown McKinley, 6-0.
Teased Green into thinking they were making a running play to the left. He pulls the ball from the back and has a wide receiver with one step on the defender for the touchdown.
So now Mankowski in for the PAT. The holder is his quarterback, Hayden. Snap is good, hold is down, and it is up and through, although a blocker for Green almost got to the ball again. Late flag. Let's see what this is before we break.
Number 14 again with the pressure off of McKinley's right edge.
Personal foul against Green. They will assess that on the kickoff, I'm assuming.
Did you see it? I didn't.
I did not. So the point is good at 7-0. We're going to stay right here. Let me get to a couple of more things here. Hey, it's almost time for the annual food fight. And this year, even more schools are involved. The Stark County Hunger Task Force is in dire need of donations. More details on how to donate at WHBC.com and Mix941.com. I know that's always been a Massillon McKinley thing, Coach, even back to your days probably.
Yes.
And this year they're going to add 2 other rival games, Canton Central Catholic and St. Thomas, and North Canton Hoover and Jackson. So hopefully 3 times as much food as normal. All right, the scoring drive, sponsored by Freshmark Sugardale, predictably delicious since 1920. Coach, what do you got?
We've got our first score of the game at 5:35 of the second quarter. McKinley in 8 plays, taking up 4 minutes and 46 seconds off the clock. Total yardage covered was just 37 plays because of the good field position. 8-yard TD pass from Trent Hayden to Darius Hill. Extra point by Tommy Mankowski is good. McKinley has the early lead, 7-0 over Green.
All right, thank you, Coach. Thank you, Bob. Now McKinley getting ready to kick off. And I said the wrong thing. The referee pointed toward McKinley. I said Green penalty. The penalty was on McKinley. They're backed up and will kick off from their 25-yard line. Mankowski gets into it. He's going to kick it deep. On the carry, that's the McMichael on the return, and because of the penalty yardage, the return is out beyond the 35-yard line. Pretty good coverage by McKinley. Not much of a return, but good field position for Green. They're going to try to answer that 7-0 score on the scoreboard.
So the penalty on McKinley was a post post-play penalty, so they got the point and just bad field position from which to kick. But they limit Green to the 36-yard line, which isn't bad considering where they had to kick the ball from.
So Green with 5 receivers. Hunka's the only one in the backfield. He's in the shotgun as always. And you would think this is going to be a pass, but they bring a guy in motion. That's the guy they hand it to. That looked like Reed, but great defense by McKinley. Number 5, we talked about him on offense. He can play defense too, Isaac Brooks.
Yeah, he's been a busy guy tonight.
Tackle for loss. They'd love to get Reed in the open. Although with that hamstring, we're not sure how close his speed is to top, but he is a fast kid. But on this play, they got him before he was able to use his speed. Loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Ball at the 34-yard line. Now Hunka has a running back. That's Reed back there with him. He's looking to the outside, throws it into the flat. The receiver has to go down almost like a baseball slide to catch it. That is Ben Bronick, number 13, and they're going to give him a completion to make it 3rd and 5.
A better catch than throw, but they got 5 yards. Brooks is one of the 3 leading receivers or defenders and tacklers for McKinley. 30, Antonio Stevens. 5, Isaac Bruce. And strong safety, Dwayne Robinson, number 22. They're the 3 leading tacklers for McKinley, so we'll be calling their names a lot tonight, I'm sure.
3rd and 5. Reed motions out of there. Hunka wants a quarterback draw. He got hit pretty hard up in there as he tried to cut back over the middle. And is that the guy you just talked about? Is that 5 or 6 on that hit? Number 6 for McKinley.
That's another
Shad Davis.
Yeah, that's a defensive back. Yep.
So 4th and 3. Green to the line right away. Are they going to go for this one? Typically in this formation, in this situation, they drop back and punt it, but he's telling his lineman something. Now he drops back and will punt it anyway. So that was all a smoke screen. That's Shad Davis. He got back there, caught that punt, and broke about 3-4 tackles. Getting out across midfield. There's a penalty flag well behind the play. But a nice return by Shad Davis. We'll see if they let it stand or if they're going to bring it back.
Did you count 4, 5, 6 broken tackles?
I was counting. He broke several, didn't he?
Yes, he did. And there were some Green defenders that had good shots at him, too.
And they're walking back upfield, so this looks like it's going to negate the yardage of that nice return. Holding.
Yep.
On the return against McKinley. And we'll see where they spot this thing. Going to be back inside the 30, that's for sure.
Despite McKinley's 4-1 record, they average about 6 penalties a game, and I'm sure that they want that number to go down.
Believe it or not, Cavs basketball is about to return. Kenny and JT will get you ready for the new season as they broadcast from Cavs Media Day in Cleveland. Player and coaches interviews and analysis tune in this Monday afternoon starting at 3 o'clock. It's that time of the year when all major sports will be active. Play action pass. Hayden looking deep down the left side. Throws one way down there, but his intended target was number 19. And Darius Hill could not get to it. Had one-on-one coverage with no safety in the hole, but just couldn't catch up to that pass.
The coverage on the play by number 7, Jaden Hall. Not much separation between receiver and defender.
So 2nd and 10. Coach, I don't know about you, but even as a quarterback, I worried about taking a shot like that because it puts you behind a little bit if you don't hit them. Yeah, and maybe it was because the quarterback that was throwing it, but we didn't complete very many of those long ones. 2nd and 10 now. Handoff off the left side. Tried to get to the edge, but they couldn't. Nice tackle from behind, and we've mentioned Joel Brink a lot, number 14. It's going to be 3rd and 9, just a yard gain on that run.
Once again, McKinley was trying to run what we call a stretch play. That's a wide play. It's a handoff, from quarterback to running back, and it's to the left, challenging the defense's ability to defend the edge of their defense and deny a big gain on an outside run. On that particular play, Green was successful.
So it's 3rd and 9. We are at 2:37 and counting in the first half. That's just the second quarter. McKinley has scored once, and something's not hitting on all cylinders with that play calling situation. McKinley takes another timeout. We'll take a break along with them. The score 7-0 McKinley over Green.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents off per gallon just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with drink clubs. So start saving today. Download the Bell Stores app and sign up for Bell Buddy Rewards.
From the heart of the Hall of Fame city to the Carnation City, all the way into the City of Champions. Mixed Mornings have come back home, and we can't wait to have you on our team.
Sounds like Stark County. Mixed Mornings with Matt Banto. Weekdays 6 till 10. Mix 94.1.
All right, we're back. And Bob, you have an interesting stat that you mentioned to us during the break.
Well, defensively, McKinley has really kept Green in check. Green has had 4 possessions so far tonight. Every single one of them has been a 3 and out, and total yards for Green so far in the game is 6.
Well, lucky for them, their defense is playing pretty well. Only giving McKinley 7 points, got them 3rd and 9 right now, trying to get the ball back for their offense just before half here. It's going to be a pass. Tried to get to the sideline. Oh, my goodness, what a catch. I know we have to pick the key play replay. I'm going to nominate that play right there because that was an unbelievable one-handed catch. Darius Hill right along the sideline. Let's take a look at it right here.
Best play of the game so far.
Down at the bottom, you're going to see Hill appear right there. One hand, feet down. First down catch. That was a great catch. One thing I did notice about Darius in the Glen Oak game is he catches everything with his hand out in front of him. No body catching there. He's got great hands. Off the left side, this is Kylan West and a very aggressive tackle by number 27, Josh Taylor, right at the line of scrimmage. I think they're going to say maybe even a yard loss.
We gave Hill great credit for the catch, and it was, but that was a well-thrown ball.
About the only place you could throw it and have a chance.
Yep, exactly. You got it over top of an underneath defender and underneath a deep defender, about one step inside the sideline. Great throw, great catch.
2nd and 11 for McKinley. Under 2 minutes now. McKinley has no more timeouts left. They've used all 3. A pass across the middle was tipped. Tipped by the defensive lineman, and you can usually tell who tipped it because he's the one that's celebrating, and Zane Al-Qadi is celebrating. So we're going to say Zane blocked it, and then he sprinted off the field with great excitement. So good job by Zane, and that brings up 3rd and 11. You know, a lot of times you get a tip ball like that, it's going to go back the other way, huh, Coach? But yes, it fell incomplete.
Yes, that was a great call. The guy that's celebrating is the guy that tipped the ball. Great call.
Well, that's the only way I knew because I didn't see it. Now in the NFL, they make sure the camera knows who did it. You know, they're tipping their fingers and the whole thing. Going to throw it out in the right flat and
catch him in space.
Yeah, trying to get the ball to Elijah Finn one-on-one, but the great tackle prevents him from getting away, and that's at number 14 again, Joel Brink. Boy, he's played as well on defense as anybody right now, and Green's going to take a timeout to try to conserve a little time. We'll keep it right here and tell you about a couple more things coming up. The Saturday Morning Huddle is a must-watch show on the 1480 WHBC YouTube channel and Facebook page. It's live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Your hosts this season, Kenny Rhoda and John Bozica. You get game analysis, live interviews with coaches and players, highlights from the Friday games, and much more. Watch it on demand, too, whenever it's convenient for you. Well, I think Green still has 2 timeouts yet. Yep, that's what the scoreboard says. So after this punt that McKinley, we assume McKinley will punt it. We'll see what kind of field position Green gets and whether Coach Geis wants to really go hurry up and try to get a chance to score some points. First of all, they need to get some yards, right, Bob?
It's correct.
Yeah.
I wondered I wondered why they maybe didn't take the time out as soon as the whistle blew to stop that last play. They would have had 1 minute and 38 seconds to play, but that's 11 more seconds. But if you're serious about trying to score in this possession, you would have done that.
Yeah, every second counts, right?
Yes, it does.
So here we are, 4th and 13, McKinley in punt position. Mankowski back to punt. They split the gunners out wide to each side. Snap is good. Almost went down on a knee to catch it.
Pressure, too.
Nice punt return. Catch. Broke a couple of tackles. That's number 13, Ben Bronick on the return, and he'll get it out to the 35-yard line before he is swarmed by many, many McKinley Bulldogs. Good coverage on their punt team.
Yep, great coverage on the punt team.
So 35-yard line, so that means you're 65 yards away from the goal line with 1:12 and 2 timeouts. In the NFL, that would be time enough for a couple of drives.
Absolutely. I think the Green's got to get the ball out quickly because they've shown an inability to block, protect in pass protection for long periods of time. So I'm thinking the ball's got to get out of the quarterback's hand quickly.
5 wideouts. He throws a quick hitch to the left slot guy. Gets about 5. Catch made by Cole Metcalf. Green hustling to get back up on the line. 2nd and 5, ball at the 40. Hunka looks now to run the quarterback draw. They're just nowhere to go. That'll be a loss of yardage, a loss of time, and that might be where Coach Geis says, let's go in and talk about it at halftime. I do not see any timeout call being made, and now you kind of want to do the opposite. You want to run the play clock down.
Yeah, you don't want to give the ball back to McKinley.
Hunka comes away, looks at the sideline again, and I think this is all meant to run a little time off that play clock.
That's 17 more seconds to play with.
Hunka backs up. Now he asks for the ball. Looking down the left side. Wanders that way a little bit. Makes a nice touch pass for a first down. And out of bounds, Aiden Rice. Across formation. Hunka found him in a nice play. One of his nicest plays of the night.
McKinley in very loose coverage, obviously, because of the situation that they're in. They've got a lead. Green has the ball, not a lot of time to play with, so they're going to deny anything long, and they allowed the underneath completion.
So Green, 1st and 10 at the McKinley 45. Hunka looking downfield, wandering to his right, wants to throw it all the way down the middle. Didn't get enough on it, and McKinley, oh my goodness, did Green come up with that catch? 2 McKinley guys went for the interception, and Aiden Rice holds the ball up in the air. And now Mark Geis wants a timeout with 3 seconds to go. Here we're going to see the replay. Take a look at this, guys. Hunka doesn't get much on it because he's got a guy right in his face. Right there's the first guy that thought he had an interception. Number 10 thought he had the ball, and number 18 for Green, Rice comes up with it. Well.
He threw a rainbow, and he caught a rainbow.
That's right.
Quarterback
threw
was
up
under
a prayer
duress.
and it was answered.
Yep.
Huh?
Yes,
Somebody
it
told me
was.
that one time. So
yep.
Are we going to see the field goal kicker? If not, they got 3 seconds. They're going to have to throw it in the end zone. But they have a field goal kicker that has made 3 out of 4 field goals. His long is 31 yards. From here, this one would most likely be 27 yards. So within his range.
I agree with the call.
This is Logan Nareau. This is not Nick Weigel, who's also one of their kickers. Logan Nareau, a junior, number 23, out of the hold of number 29, Caden Heimberger. Green adjusting their protection. Snap is good. And the kick looks like it's right through the middle.
Yep.
So with no time on the clock, Green, a couple of nice pass receptions and a good field goal kick, at least gets on the board. And our score, McKinley 7, Green 3. We'll be back with some halftime stats and more.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
A strong community brings people together and lifts them through all of life's challenges. At Friends and Family Credit Union, we believe a dependable financial resource is crucial for a strong community. That's why, in addition to our financial services, we support our neighbors whenever we can. Giving back to our community, we strive to be a part of the growth and success of our institutions, organizations, and neighbors. Because when they succeed, we succeed.
Does your fast-paced family need internet that can keep up? Accelerate Fiber from MCTV has you covered with the speeds and reliability to match your lifestyle. With speeds up to 1 gigabit, Accelerate Fiber lets everyone in your home stream, game, video chat, and work all at the same time. Connect with MCTV's Accelerate Fiber technology for the speed and dependability your family deserves. Upgrade today. Visit mctvohio.com or call today.
The Saturday Morning Huddle returns to the WHBC YouTube channel and Facebook Live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. We'll have highlights, coach and player interviews, analysis, and much more.
Kenny Rhoda and John Bazika help you get caught up on Friday night high school football action on the Saturday Morning Huddle, 10 a.m. on the WHBC YouTube channel and live on Facebook.
The Saturday Morning Huddle is presented by Marianne Donuts, DeHoff Realtor Ty Colucci, Akron Auto Auction, Dirty Hands Excavating and Restoration LLC, and Community One Credit Union. Subscribe now to our YouTube channel and don't miss a minute. Watch it live or on demand.
CKP Heating and Cooling is the go-to name for heating, cooling, and more. Local owners Chaz and Ty want to thank the community for their business and support. For heating, cooling, refrigeration, boiler work, sheet metal, custom fabrication, and more, go with CKP. Call 330-791-3029 or visit them online at ckphvac.com.
And welcome to another edition of Beyond the Bleachers. I'm Pam Cook with you, and we are so excited to give you some really cool information. First of all, about Mural Fest, which is coming up Saturday, the 27th of September, but some young people who have participated in it, and we want to find out more about how that's going, what they've been doing. And of course, these are art students at McKinley High School, and we have with us this morning their teacher, first of all, Ben Myers. How are you, sir?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. Introduce your students for me.
So we have two of our AP students. We have Ash off to the right and Cole. They're two students that helped work on the mural, and they're also, like I said, AP students. They're going to be submitting a college portfolio your junior and senior years, right? Senior years for college credit.
Wow. Okay, so I have to know how did all of this come about, you guys getting involved in Mural Fest?
So as a team, the McKinley art teachers decided, hey, we need to find community-based learning for our students. That way they can actually see art as a viable career. And it just so happened that, hey, right down the road is this great art event that we can apply for. And so we built up a portfolio. We did 4 or 5 murals throughout the past year in-house. So right down by the art rooms. We're going to be expanding into the volleyball rooms and the band room as well to get that portfolio to submit to Mural Fest for this year. And it gave you all, I'm assuming, a great opportunity to reach out to your community.
Yeah, let me, who came up with the idea of what you, I mean, it was a collaborative effort, I imagine?
Yeah, so I took the lead on filling out the paperwork, and then we actually had a prompt for the students, which is Our City, Our Voice, and then they designed all the visuals and everything. Mr. Tilstra, another art teacher in the building, he went ahead and took the elements and designed it out for the students to project up, trace out, and then spend a week and a half painting.
So where is the location of your mural?
Our mural is going to be, it's right in the warehouse district where they're doing the whole mural fest for the next couple of years, hopefully. I believe ours is behind Delhi, Ohio.
Okay.
So it's going to be strapped up onto a fence. It was built on some plywood so that way, or outdoor vinyl, so that way we could transport it to and from the school easily. Many of our students have jobs afterwards, so it was great that Arson Stark and the Canton partnership were able to accommodate that way for students.
A little bit about what you did. You know, you came up with the theme for it, but then where did the creative ideas come from? What did you decide?
Funny thing about that is we had to do it twice because we didn't understand what he was trying to tell us the first time, and everybody like he made like a McDonald's one. If he wants to speak on that.
It was similar to the McDonald's land like theme and like how it was designed throughout the entire like thing. I used like the style of it to make it so it was like the Hall of Fame at the top, and then like a bunch of different locations from Canton just around it connecting.
I can't even speak on mine. Mine was just a picture of what we were doing ourselves. But once you like explained it deeper the second time, I think we all got the hang of it.
Yeah.
So what are folks going to see when they head to the warehouse district? What are they going to see when they look at your mural?
A lot of colors. There's so much paint everywhere, guys. There's that, and then there's his Hall of Fame idea still stick. We have pizzas, flowers, hair, track runners, all of the above, you know.
The bulldog.
The bulldog.
Yeah. It's McKinley. We had to throw a bulldog in there.
Yeah, absolutely. So how many, you know, when you talk about murals, and maybe, Ben, you can answer this, is it different than other kinds of artwork? Is it harder? Is it, you know, come about a different way?
It definitely comes about a different way. Mostly, I mean, murals are way bigger than an 8x11 piece of paper, but the rough drafts, the prep work, it's more collaborative. So I always see art as the collaboration. I went to school and we had a giant community of artists and art ed people. Even within McKinley, there's a huge collaboration and community happening. So really it's taking certain elements, as we discussed, bringing them together and then finding a way to project them up, and the time and space. Like I said, lucky enough, we had the panels come to us. If we were to take the kids down there, it would have been a completely different experience, and not as many kids probably would have been able to.
And what's the goal? What are you hoping that people, what do you guys hope people get out of, you know, when they're looking at the mural? What's the message supposed to be?
Understanding like what like we do in Canton and like the like overall like what Canton is.
For me, it was like more of a like the voice of Canton, like, you know, seeing all the things we have to offer, like, you know, the bulldog, the guitar, the music, the track, you know, all of the above, all the sports, all the activities. It's not just about sports, about everything around us.
Yeah. To me, it's their voices. They're the future of Canton. So what's going to get them to have a say in what's happening in their community and what's going to bring them back? Because in my opinion, the purpose of life is you go somewhere, you learn something, and then you can bring it back to your home community to enrich it and grow it as the whole city. Not just, okay, I went there, peace out, I'm gone.
Yeah. Yeah. And how long did this take you?
So we, in terms of the paperwork wise, we started in May and June, writing up the grant information and the proposals. And then producing it wise, we got the panels. When did we get the panels into the room?
Like September or something.
Like, I would say around September 8th or 9th. And then it was a day and a half of tracing out the projection and the prep work that we did since the start of school. And then painting was
Pinning was individually done. So like each person had like a different piece. So like if you didn't finish all the pieces, someone else would finish it for you. So like it wasn't like you didn't have to like stop. And if you did, there was somebody else there to take over your area.
How many students worked on it with you? How many students?
So there are 7 in one class, the AP class, I believe. Then we had some of our digital illustration classes. They also helped. So that'd be 30 to 40. And then we had some of our 3D art students. They were helping prep the surfaces and get it ready to go. So that's about another 30 to 40. So it's again one of those, hey, you're in art, come on, let's work.
That's fun. Yeah. And so what do you two want to do when you graduate? What are your plans for your career?
So either I'm gonna probably become an animator and a voice actor at the same time, and or a paleontologist. I didn't say that right, but you know, the dinosaur finders guys. One of those two. Hopefully, I'm aiming for the animator / voice actor.
That's fun.
I want to do like
And you repeat yourself again because I couldn't hear you very well.
I want to do engineering design at OSU because I have a grade-based scholarship there.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, I wish you guys the best of luck. I would imagine you're all going to go down there on Saturday and take a look, right?
Be out. So yeah.
Yep. It's homecoming weekend too. So
boy,
hopefully you can go get your homecoming.
Actually, we're not.
Right.
Well, we're excited to be at the game and excited to be able to let people know that you guys have been working on this because I think it's awesome. I can't wait to go see it. Thank you for coming on today.
No, of course. And thank you for having us too.
Appreciate it. Go Bulldogs.
Yeah, go Pup.
I'm Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns. Proud to be a member of Team Sarchon. Join us at Sarchon Auto Group as we drive towards a brighter future. Because when we come together, on and off the field, we can accomplish anything. Community, teamwork, strength. That's what we're all about.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at Old Carolina.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents off per gallon just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with drink clubs. So start saving today. Download the Bell Stores app and sign up for Bell Buddy Rewards.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
Welcome back to Benson Stadium. This is the WHBC YouTube Game of the Week presented by Aultman Health Systems and Aultcare. And our halftime report is brought to you by Bell Stores, keeping the family on full. We are sitting at 7-3, McKinley over Green. And Bob Jeffries worked on the stats, and Coach McDaniels has them. Go ahead, Thom.
Yeah, we've got a defensive game in place, and the statistics indicate that. Green has 3 points on the field goal, McKinley 7 and an extra point. Rushing yards, Green 2, McKinley 89. Passing yards, Green 66, McKinley 31. Total yards for Green 68. Total yards for McKinley 120. Only 2 first downs for Green, both in the last possession prior to the field goal at the end of the second quarter. McKinley has 9 first downs. Time of possession favors McKinley. 15 minutes and 56 seconds for McKinley, only 8 minutes and 4 seconds for Green. Neither team has turned the ball over. Green has 1 penalty for 15 yards, and McKinley has 4 penalties for 40 yards. Individual statistics, we'll cover Green first. Tyson Hunka, the quarterback, he is 4 of 6 for 66 yards. And in that last possession that allowed them to make the field goal attempt, he had a 19-yard completion and a 34-yard completion. So that's where most of those passing yards came. Evan Reed, the leading rusher for Green, he has 4 carries for only 6 yards. Aiden Rice, 2 catches for 54 yards. And 35 of those were the bigger chunk play that set up the field goal. For McKinley individually, Trent Hayden, 5 of 9 passing for 31 yards and the TD. Keelan West has 15 rushes for 55 yards, no touchdowns. Isaac Brooks, 6 rushes, 33 yards, no touchdowns. Darius Hill was the receiver on the touchdown throw from Hayden, and he has 2 catches for 19 yards and 1 touchdown.
All right. Coach, you had mentioned at halftime that your son Josh did a study on 2-minute drills and hurry-up kind of offense and what has to happen. And you related that to Green's drill. Why don't you share that with the listeners?
Josh had this assignment from Coach Belichick earlier in his career, but it was to do a study about why 2-minute situations succeeded and why they failed. And he shared multiple things with me, but the 2 that I remembered, somewhere in the 2-minute hurry-up situation at the end of the second quarter or the end of the fourth quarter, you needed a chunk play. And you got to define that. Some people think that a run of 20 plays is a chunk run play. Passing plays are for more than that. And the other thing is you needed no negative yardage during that hurry up possession with very little time left.
Well, Green made it work for them.
Yes, they did.
They got on the scoreboard. We had talked before that. Bob had mentioned they hadn't had a first down yet. They got their first down in that drive along with a field goal at the end of it to make it 7-3. And, you read the stats, and they were not very close. But the score is close.
Yes.
And Green comes out of the locker room having just scored, and they get the ball again.
Yes.
So they're operating from a position of excitement and maybe momentum. Are you surprised that it's only 7-3? Did we think we were going to get more points than this?
Well, everybody that knew that I was going to be on the game with you and Bob, they suggested otherwise. The people who were curious about where I might be tonight. They thought this would be, a running clock in the second half, blah, 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 blah. And Bob's shaking his head. And again, their 4 losses are by 1, 3, 6, and 7 points. And they're 4 points down here at halftime to a team that's 4-1. So their record, it lies to us, I think. And this favors Green in this particular instance. I mean, they're thrilled to be down 7-3 at half.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the credit goes to the defenses. Both defenses playing well with great energy, running to the ball, all that stuff. But if you were to be a coach in either of those locker rooms and you got to get some points on the scoreboard, what would you suggest to each of the teams to get that offense cranked up?
For McKinley, I'd keep feeding the ball to the two good running backs. And I do that till they got tired, and then I'd bring somebody else in and do it with him. I think Green has to do a version of what they did at the end of the second quarter. They got the ball out of the quarterback's hand quickly on the first play for a gain. He had to scramble and move a little bit to get the 19-yard completion and then the 34. But I think they've got to resort to the quick passing game. You're empty for a reason. You've only got 5 blockers. The quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hand when there's no back in the backfield to help with the protection. So I think they've got to do that and then be selective, with the run plays. The quarterback is the primary ball carrier. I think he has to be in an empty set. But I'm anxious to see what Green thinks they need to do, and they'll declare that with that first possession in the third quarter.
All right. Well, both teams are back on the field. They're starting to limber up a little bit. The next game that we will be bringing you will be Jackson at Lake. That's October 3rd. That's a 7 o'clock game. And we're going to take a break here. We'll come back, and at that point, Green will be lining up to go on offense again. And we are, let's see, this is the Bell Stores Keeping the Family on Full halftime report. We'll be right back with second half action.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
For over 60 years, Friends and Family Credit Union has proudly served Stark County. We provide financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. Whether it's a loan, savings, checking, or other financial services, now more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family. Come visit any of our 3 locations, online or our mobile app. Our focus is always you, the member.
Life happens at full speed. Your internet should too. Introducing MCTV Accelerate Fiber, the fast, reliable internet that keeps your family seamlessly connected. With speeds up to 1 gigabit, Accelerate Fiber is perfect for work, play, and staying connected with loved ones. MCTV, fast, reliable, built for the moments that matter most. Upgrade today and experience the difference. Visit mctvohio.com or call today.
Welcome back to Benson Stadium. The WHBC YouTube Game of the Week has us here at Benson Stadium with the McKinley Bulldogs and the Green Bulldogs. It is 7-3. This whole deal is presented by Aultman Health Systems and Aultcare. Mark Miller, if you're looking for Frank Salona, he is in Seattle. Thom McDaniels is here, though. Bob Jeffries is here. Casey Claxon keeping us organized and on time. Thank you very much. There you see our crew for tonight. Engineers Dale Lamb and also Nick Zapolis is here with us. There you see him. On the operator cameras, Trevor Lake, Lillie Perez, and Andrew Hughes. Thanks, guys. You're doing a great job so far. And McKinley will kick off. Green, by virtue of winning the toss and deferring, will get the ball here to start the second half. And we'll see if they can get 2 productive drives in a row. The last one of the first half ended up in a field goal. And now they want to try to get the ball down the field and maybe snag the lead, huh?
Yeah, you always like those consecutive possessions. You know, the last one of the second quarter with a score, and then getting the ball at the beginning of the third quarter as the receiving team.
Thomas Mankowski will kick off for McKinley. And number 20, Evan Reed, is deep, although they kick away from Evan. And as he tried to cross field, that returner, was that Robert Hanneberg? Number 8, Chase Herbert?
Chase Herbert, yeah.
He got hit and hit hard right about the 10-yard line. So that's where the Green offense will start. We're going to see number 22 and number 28. 22 is Kayshawn Hubbard, and 28 is Desmond Parnell. And they made a nice kickoff coverage tackle. So out comes Green. 7-3, statistically struggled on offense until that last couple of pass receptions and a field goal put them on the board.
McKinley has soft coverage on 3 of the 5 receivers that Green presents in this formation. So you can play pitch and catch. He doesn't.
Looked like Hunka wanted to do just what you were talking about, Coach, but he pulled it down, tried to scramble, and number 8 put him down. Amari Mitchell, AJ they call him, and then back to about the 2-yard line now. Here you're going to see, had a little time, tried to get around and break contain, could not do it.
Third McKinley sack.
So now it's 2nd and 18 from the 2-yard line. Hunka in his end zone, about halfway through it. 5 receivers, he looks left, throws the, well, it looks like they were running a little bit of an inside fade, kind of a wheel thing, and threw it behind him. So incomplete, stops the clock and gives him no yardage. It's 3rd and 18.
When a quarterback is forced to escape the pocket, you want him to escape it up and in, and then work outside. Very few of the escapes that quarterbacks make, especially in high school, are successful when they escape to the outside. If you don't have better speed than everybody on D, it doesn't work.
So now Reed is in the backfield with Hunka. That leaves 4 wide receivers on this 3rd and very long. Going to throw the slant to the inside receiver. The catch is made up to about the 15-yard line. Aiden Rice, the one that made that fabulous catch there right before half. It was a nice gain, but they were behind the stick so far. It's still 4th and 5.
Yeah, the difference in speed between the skilled guys in the white jerseys and the skilled guys in the black jerseys is significant. Significant in McKinley's favor.
Hunka back to punt, called for the ball, and all the linemen moved but the center. It's going to be 5 yards. Going to move them back. Make it 4th and 10. They'll punt it from the 10-yard line. So McKinley, offense, getting excited. They think they're going to get really good field position here. Number 6 for McKinley is the deepest man on the field. That's Shad Davis. We saw a great punt return by him a little while ago. Directional punt out of bounds along the McKinley sideline, but eliminates any punt return. The ball rolls dead at the 42 of Green. McKinley will take over right there.
Yeah, the negative play, the scramble, and the sack, that killed that possession for Green.
There's a 32-yard punt.
So McKinley comes out at quarterback. Trent Hayden. Let's see, number 14 is back in there at running back. That's Kylan West. And the good field position that we thought would happen did happen. Let's see what McKinley can do with it. Hand off to West over the left side, and he will gain a few before he goes down. 2nd and 7 there on the left hash.
That's enough for me, considering the field position, to give it to him again.
4-down territory, right, Coach? Too far to kick a field goal?
I would think so.
If you believe in your offense and it's not too long a yardage, you don't want to punt it. We'll see. They may not need all 4 downs. looked to the running back and then threw the out to the near sideline. Catch was made by Darius Hill, and he was hit immediately.
Yep,
and we have a clarification at halftime. Number 21 is Luke Shaw. We had him on our roster as 24, and we kept saying how many plays number 21 was making, and that's why. It's Luke Shaw. I think he's their leading tackler. There you can see a nice, strong, firm tackle. Enough yardage for the first down, though. Ball's in the 31-yard line. Here are those defensive linemen moving again that Coach explained in the first half. The snap, and wants to go deep to the right side. Got a man, and did it hit the helmet of the defender? It looked like maybe it was just a little short.
Yeah, it was underthrown and outside. The receiver was looking over his inside shoulder, and I think it was somewhere, more like a back shoulder.
They were going to get a look at it. This is DJ Britt up at the top of your screen. You can just see his legs. And he's going to run a go route. There's Hayden throwing it up. And, I think the ball hit the back of the helmet of the defender. Never got to Britt. And that coverage was strong by Jaden Hall.
Yep, no penalty for that, getting hit in the back of the head with the football.
2nd and 10. Now the handoff to the left side. Breaks one tackle, but there are a lot of white shirts there. And this green defense has played very well tonight. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 coming up. Or 3rd and 8 coming up for McKinley.
How many rushing yards did McKinley have at half, Bob? What was that?
Let's see. They had 89.
That's good run defense. If you can hold McKinley with the running backs that they have and the production they've had up to this particular point in the season, that's satisfactory. That's acceptable.
89 on yards on 23 attempts. So.
3rd and 8.
Around 3 yards.
Inside receiver in motion. He'll get the now pass and nowhere to go, so he runs out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That was Elijah Finn. Well defended by Green.
Curious about why that goes into the boundary.
Well, you know what, Coach? I was just going to ask you. You see that all the time. Why do they run an outside play into the sideline? You minimize your amount of ground to make yardage, don't you?
You've got the 12th defender.
Yes, that whole line of defenders called the sideline. But you know what? I know sometimes defenses play such strong tendency to the field that you think you're overmatched into the sideline.
Yeah,
but
correct.
Not always. Here's deep down the middle. McKinley couldn't quite get there. Number 3, DJ Britt. And the coverage, again, pretty good. He had a step. Ball overthrown, falls incomplete, and we're going to switch it up. Green goes to offense.
Well, Woody Hayes believed that you always set the strong safety to the field.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of high school coaches that were disciples.
Yeah.
And that being the case, we would work into the boundary. I ran into the boundary a lot, but not necessarily outside.
Yeah.
It becomes numbers. If they've got 6 to the field and 5 to the boundary, let's pick on the 5 and not the 6.
Simple math, right?
Yeah.
So
From an English teacher.
Yeah. Green takes over, 30-yard line, right hash. Reed comes in motion, and he will get the ball, and he's going to try to go wide and outrun people. Lost his balance is number 5. I think that's Isaac. Yeah, it's Isaac Brooks. Kind of knocked him off his balance, off his feet, and he tumbled down for a yard loss. Almost got to the sideline.
Well, Brooks gets credit for that tackle.
He has had a nice game.
Yes.
In a game like this, 7-3, you're better, at least statistically, players of the game are probably on defense so far.
I was about to complete the thought that you were in the middle of making just then. Yep.
2nd and 11. Hunka looks left, and there's that pass they threw a little while ago. It's kind of they're throwing it in the void between the corner and the safety coming off the hash, and they got a little closer on this one than they did the first one. But that's a tough pass to complete for high school kids, isn't it, Coach?
Well, it is, but they had the receiver, between the corner and the safety. He was open, and a little less speed on the throw, maybe. Though he has to hurry to get it before the safety can get over to make a play on it. But he was open.
3rd and 11 now. Hunka back to pass again, looking strong side this time. On the roll, he's going to loft it over the corner's head, trying to get it to Reed. It falls incomplete, and coming off the hash like he was trying to get away from a fire was Nas Brown. He was heading over there to make a hit or try to get to the ball. So good coverage by McKinley. Makes it 4th and 11, and we're expecting Green to punt again.
Correct. I still train quarterbacks. And one of the first thing I teach them is when they make a movement throw. He was on the run, running to his right. When you make a movement throw, you never lead the receiver because every time will be an overthrow. You throw the ball at him, and there's some geometry or physics involved here. Bob mentioned that before, but I know it to be true. You never lead the receiver when you're throwing on the run.
Shad Davis with the fair catch there. He's done a nice job returning punts, whether it's just catching it or running with it after the catch. And they're going to mark it at the 43-yard line, McKinley's 43. And that's where they will start this drive. We are at 7:35 in the third quarter. You're watching the WHBC YouTube Game of the Week, sponsored by Aultman Health Systems and Aultcare. McKinley is up 7-3, and they've got the ball 1st and 10. They'll hand it off to the left side, and not much there.
Probably too early to ask for this information, Bob, but I don't think the Greens had a great night punting the ball. I don't know what their average punt would be at this particular point, but
well, they've had a lot of punts.
Yes.
They've punted it 6 times. But yeah, they're averaging around eyeballing it here. I'd say just around 30 yards, maybe a little bit less.
Yeah. So it is 2nd and 9. Ball at the 44-yard line. Under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Miscue.
Yep, the fake went one way, the running back went the other. And
yep.
Hayden had no choice but to run with it and make the best of the situation. Looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage. We'll call it 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Hayden was facing left, expecting that the back to be on the left side, and the back was on the right. So he made the best out of the situation. But you don't want that to happen. That creates another 3rd and long, and they're not great on 3rd down anyway.
Couple of receivers to the wide side, one into the boundary. Play action pass, and he'll throw to the sideline where 2 receivers are pretty much side by side, but the one that was closest to the ball had the best hands, or at least got a hold of it, Darius Hill. And he is very close to a 1st down. Going to be 4th and 1 across midfield at the 48-yard line. McKinley keeps their offense out there. Green brings in
another big body,
the big nose guard, Al-Qadi.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see what McKinley's offensive staff dials up here on 4th and 1 to keep this drive alive. You don't want to turn it over here to Green's offense at midfield. They'll just hand it off. And a broken tackle, another broken tackle, and he's in open space. He's still running. Kylan West. There wasn't a lot of room up in there. He was probably going to get the 1st down before the first hit, but he broke several tackles, got to the wide side of the field, and used his speed all the way down to the 26-yard line, 1st and 10.
I think that was Brooks.
Yes,
was that
was.
Brooks?
Yes.
Thank you, Bob.
All they
run.
wanted was a half a yard, and they got way more than that.
Yeah, that was a beautiful run by Isaac Brooks. Give it to him again, to the right side. He cut up inside his blockers. A lot of resistance right there. He's still fighting. The whistle hasn't blown. Still hasn't blown. They're going to push him out of bounds.
Rugby scrum,
which they allow by rule these days. I'll never forget, it was 2008. My son pushed a kid in the end zone at Mount Union, got a 15-yard penalty for aiding and abetting the runner. You were not allowed to do it in those days. Now, it's an important part of the playbook. You can call it tush push or whatever you want. Everybody's pushing the running back forward.
Josh hates that play because you can't practice against it.
Well, I keep saying until somebody gets seriously injured, they'll allow it. Play action pass, a blitz, and there's that 0. Caden Warner.
Face mask.
All right. Inadvertent, but it was, and it's a penalty. But, man alive, he came off the field corner, got up in the quarterback's face, came down on top of him. Unfortunately, the hands found the face mask. Unfortunately for Green, that was going to be a sack.
Yes, it was, and it would have set up a third and significantly long situation.
So now they'll take the penalty from the line of scrimmage. Half the distance to goal will put it at the 11.5-yard line. First down, McKinley. Caden Warner has had a really nice game. Went out with an injury very early, but has come back and apparently fully recovered, which we're all happy about. Except for maybe McKinley's quarterback. He's not too thrilled about it, but he's a good player.
He's coming again.
They run right into the teeth of that action and does not work very well. Maybe gained a yard. Looks like they're marking it at the 10-yard line.
And that was Keelan West on that carry. McKinley doing a good job of rotating 5 and 14 in and out. Both guys remain fresh as a result.
One running back we have not seen tonight that we saw a couple of weeks ago when we were here is Zion Culver. He's had quite a few carries this year. Maybe he's not available for play tonight. So it is 2nd and 8. Ball right on the 10-yard line. McKinley trying to go up by 2 scores again. Fake to Isaac. Going to throw it down the left sideline. The big tight end had a chance in the corner, but it's incomplete. He found number 45, Legacy Lee, that big sophomore. Just could not haul it in, so it's going to be 3rd and 8.
Legacy Lee is the lead blocker. You know, he's that H-back guy that is a multiple. He's a combination fullback, combination tight end. And he doesn't get many targets. Couldn't connect on that one.
I like what I saw in the huddle. A lot of the offensive linemen and other players tapping him on the helmet. I'm sure they were trying to encourage him to forget that play and make another good one on this one. Going left. That's West, and the flag flies right where they normally call holding. We'll see what happens.
Yep, I don't think it was a defensive penalty, that's for certain.
Caden Warner, 0 in on that hit right along the sideline. Both these teams run to the ball on defense, man.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Very, very odd that you see a solo tackle. Referee out there, and he's going to show us that it's holding against McKinley, so that'll back them up. They placed it on the 16-yard line. It's still 3rd down.
So it'll be a 6-yard spot on the foul penalty. It happened at the 6 at the end of the run. So
I might not have taken that.
Yeah, would have been 4th.
The referees are trying to figure out where to spot this ball.
It would have been 4th and 4 from the 6.
Oh, well, no. They're right to take it.
Well, they're trying to figure out. They're talking with Mark Geis. I'm sure they'll also communicate to Renzi Parnell where they're going to eventually place this ball based on where it occurred and where the line of scrimmage is and all that stuff.
Did you spot the beanbag?
Yeah.
Bob, you did?
I did.
Okay.
I saw it fly.
Well, he threw the flag and then he moved it to the 6, so.
So they do have the ball spotted at the 16, which is the original place that they put it. 3rd and 15. Hayden looking left. Good protection inside. He throws it to the same corner. And this time, the big guy comes down with it. Legacy Lee. This catch was harder than the last one. He was very tightly covered. Hayden with a great touch pass into the corner. And you know what? I'd like to think he made that catch in part to some of the encouragement his teammates gave him after that drop. That's a great comeback play, young man.
You took the words out of my mouth.
So touchdown McKinley. Now the PAT Mankowski out of the hold of Hayden. Green extended him after the penalty. The pass occurred on 3rd and long for the touchdown. Mankowski up and through. So with 3:56 left in the 3rd quarter, McKinley goes into the end zone for the 2nd time. They have 14. Green has 3. We'll be back in a minute to Thom Benson, Hall of Fame Stadium.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
We provide both service like preventative maintenance on your local residential house. We provide custom ductwork. We do residential and commercial HVAC, and we do refrigeration for restaurants, for gas stations. We can fix your furnace, or we can fix your rooftop at your place of business themselves. Also, it's the comfort of your home. I mean, you want someone that's experienced and done it all to make sure your home is comfortable and the temperature you like it.
That scoring drive brought to you by Freshmark Sugardale, predictably delicious since 1920. Tom?
Yes, scoring drive from McKinley at 3:56 of the 3rd quarter. They took the ball in 8 plays, 57 yards, took 4 minutes and 39 seconds to do it. The touchdown was a 16-yard TD pass from Hayden to Legacy Lee. Extra point by Mankowski is good. McKinley has the expanded lead, 14-3 over Green.
And Kowski with a kick. Reed with the return. Got a little bit of space out across the 20. Fighting up to the 24-yard line, and that's where Green will take over. The Cleveland Browns are in Detroit this Sunday to take on the Lions. 11 a.m. pregame and 1 p.m. kickoff on 1480 WHBC. And don't forget about the Buckeyes. They're headed out west to take on Washington tomorrow. The pregame is at 2 p.m. Kickoff at 3:30 p.m. our time on 1480 WHBC.
With that touchdown pass, we have a 3rd pass play that may be the play of the game.
Hey, yeah, that was a great catch.
It expands it to a 2-score lead, which is critical at this particular point in a defensive battle with 3:46 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Great catch, great throw. That might trump the other 2 we already mentioned.
Yep, good point. So Green now out on offense and making some late adjustments after all the guys were out on the field. The quarterback, Hunka, is trying to communicate that to the wide receivers. Looks like they're about ready to go now. 3:46 in the 3rd quarter. Motion left, roll left. Throw into the flat, and again, a very difficult catch made by number 18, Aiden Rice. Aiden's made a couple of nice catches tonight.
Yeah, no opportunity for a gain after the catch.
4 yards on the game.
Yep.
So it's 2nd and 6. Green right up to the ball again. 5 wideouts, as they have done numerous times. Hunka looking around, trying to scramble. No room to go anywhere. Number 11 for McKinley at the bottom of the pile, Javier Moore.
The built-in dilemma when a quarterback scrambles is your teammates don't know where you're going, and they don't know how to help you. In many instances, those guys up front don't even know that you're attempting to escape.
Yeah, they lose a guy one way. They think that's a good thing,
correct.
and he ends up running right into the quarterback.
That's correct.
So 3rd and 9. Ball right at the 25-yard line. Green will pass again.
No.
Trying to scramble again. He's going to go down, and he's going to lose a lot of yards on this one as number 44, Colin Hinkle. That's his 2nd sack of the night. Some other guys in there helping out. Big play, big series for McKinley's defense. And it's 4th and about 21 or 2. And Green brings out the punt team.
And in high school, we take that negative yardage out of the run game. Is that correct?
Yeah, I do too.
Oh, my goodness. That'll be a I mean, they may be near negative.
Oh, they're
Okay.
minus 20 yards rushing now.
Okay.
Green is, because
Oh,
that's
my
the
goodness.
5th McKinley sack
Yeah, as a
tonight.
result of the
5
sacks.
sacks. Wow. All right, back to punt. This looks like a different punter. It's number 1 for Green.
Knuckleball.
That's Cam Warner.
But not a knuckleball.
Got it out, and they'll mark it at the 39-yard line. So Green has had 3 different players punt tonight. And McKinley will have great field position again.
27-yard punt.
What do you need when you wake up each morning? A lot of people need coffee. Well, a lot of people need Pam Cook and Canton's Morning News. Pam and news anchor Jim Michaels brings you the latest news, weather, and traffic information weekdays from 5:30 to 10. 5:30. And you'll be entertained too. Listen on air, online, or on Alexa. McKinley, 1st and 10. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. They hand it to West going left. Nothing doing. Zane Al-Qadi. He's had a nice game. We've called his name a lot.
You mentioned Alexa. My 4-year-old granddaughter, Meadow, called her daddy at work today through Alexa.
Oh, is that right?
He answers
I didn't even know you could do that.
Neither did I until my wife told me.
Kids know all that stuff.
Yeah, they do.
When I have trouble with my computer, I call my grandkids. So McKinley will come up 2nd and 11. Ball right, nose of it, right on the 40-yard line, as Green really stuffed that run attempt. West in the backfield. The pass, quick out to the left side. The catch, and out of bounds quickly to Darius Hill. And that'll bring up 3rd and about 3.
McKinley can complete that pass anytime they want to because Green is presenting soft coverage from the corner, especially into the boundary. It's a shorter throw. The ball gets there quicker.
So here comes Hayden off the sideline with the play call into the huddle. They'll send Hill into the sideline again. To the field goes Finn and Britt. Trying to throw the out to the field this time. Britt breaks a tackle, running down the sideline inside the 10, out of bounds just before he gets to the 5-yard line. Coach, that kind of reinforced your point. They threw the out, the play before to the sideline because it's a shorter distance. On that, they threw it to the field, but he had cut his split and actually ran an inside release on the out, so that throw wasn't very far, and it was well thrown, well caught, and run after the catch was huge.
On that snap, Green also presented an overhang defender into the boundary, who could play that out cut into the boundary. McKinley has the better answer by throwing it to the field.
So they are 1st and goal, and the ball is at the 6-yard line. West over the left side into the end zone. Touchdown, McKinley. He had a running start, didn't get any resistance till he was about at the 1 or 2, and he just powered it into the end zone to make it 20-3 PAT coming up.
Good mix between run and pass on that possession for McKinley. Both were successful for them.
Mankowski in for another PAT. Hayden the holder. And we always ignore the snapper, so I'm going to tell you that number 52, Jamaris Owens, is the snapper, and he's been great tonight. After the touchdown at PAT, it is 21-3. McKinley over Green, wrapping up the third quarter. We'll be right back to bring it to you.
The Saturday Morning Huddle returns to the WHBC YouTube channel and Facebook Live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. We'll have highlights, coach and player interviews, analysis, and much more.
Kenny Rhoda and John Bazika help you get caught up on Friday night high school football action on the Saturday Morning Huddle, 10 a.m. on the WHBC YouTube channel and live on Facebook.
The Saturday Morning Huddle is presented by Marianne Donuts, DeHoff Realtor Ty Colucci, Akron Auto Auction, Dirty Hands Excavating and Restoration LLC, and Community One Credit Union. Subscribe now to our YouTube channel and don't miss a minute. Watch it live or on demand.
We're there the last
We are
week of
back.
the year, but you're going to miss that.
21-3. McKinley over Green. McKinley getting ready to kick off, and Green needs some offense, guys. They're going to stay in this ball game down by 3 scores now, or 2 scores. That ball, did they say it went out of bounds, or was it in the end zone?
It was in the end zone.
Okay, right at the goal line. So Green will come out, and they'll start this series. And now offense becomes important, even more important, because they're down by a couple of scores, and they have struggled on offense.
They need chunk plays.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Bob. You don't have to point. You can just say, hey, Mark, you forgot something stupid. Fresh Mark Sugardale, predictably delicious since 1920. Here's a scoring drive from Thom.
Yes, McKinley, 43 seconds in the third quarter. Number of plays, 4. Time of possession, 104. Total yards, 39. A 6-yard TD run by Keelan West. Extra point by Mikowski. McKinley leads 21-3 over Green.
Thanks, guys. Hunka got it in there, slid it right in there. That was a tight fit to number 13, Ben Bronick. But rolling out, he got the pass completed, but there is a flag and a hold. Will be called on Green, so negate that pass completion, which would have been a first down, and mark it back. Even when they get a good play, they shoot themselves in the foot. What were you going to say, Bob?
It's the last thing they needed.
I was just going to say there was a penalty.
Green didn't want that.
Quarterback sprinted to his left, and in order to get outside, I'm guessing maybe the hold was on the offensive tackle to the left, trying to help him get the edge.
So first down and 20. They'll throw the quick hitch to the field. Little room to run now for number 2. That's Cole Metcalf. And that's a nice gain. Got back the penalty yardage and a couple more. Going to bring up 2nd and 7 maybe.
McKinley daring and willing to play soft coverage with the lead that they have.
Big hole in there, and Hunka took advantage of it. Again, 3 receivers to the field and 2 into the sideline. We've seen that formation a lot. Throws it as soon as he catches it to the same guy on the same route. Result, very similar. First down, as Coach mentioned, soft coverage, and Green taking advantage of it right now.
If you can do that and take the ball down the field, then do that.
And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. 3 down, 1 to go. McKinley, 21-3. You're watching the WHBC YouTube Game of the Week. We'll be back with the final quarter.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
From the heart of the Hall of Fame city to the Carnation City, all the way into the City of Champions. Mixed Mornings have come back home, and we can't wait to have you on our team.
Sounds like Stark County. Mixed Mornings with Matt Banto. Weekdays 6 till 10. Mix 94.1.
All right, we are back to Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, and Green has the ball, 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line, down 21-3. Mark Miller, Tom McDaniels, Bob Jeffries, and the crew here bringing you this game, a Federal League matchup. Hunka, the quarterback for Green, scrambles, gets a couple yards. He'll go down on the 35-yard line and bring up 2nd and 8.
That scramble at least resulted in plus yardage. Again, how many sacks tonight?
5.
5, yep.
Right back at it, looking at the sideline for the play call.
Green with 3 receivers into the boundary, 2 defenders over top, 3-2 advantage.
He's looking to the far side and throws the ball. Nice catch. Up high with his hands, number 10. That's Sam Dubravets, I think they said. Dubravets.
Yes.
Okay. So that brings up 3rd and 3. Very makeable 3rd down. Let's see what Coach Mark Geis draws up.
Use the short passing game again.
Corners are soft. And the snap goes by Hunka. He picks it up, but right there is a McKinley guy to make sure that he doesn't pick it up and run with it. That was 44, Colin Hinkle. We've called his name several times. He's living in the backfield. So a loss on the play makes it 4th, and well, the down guy doesn't want to move. He ain't moving. It's 3rd and 17, maybe.
Bad snap or mishandled snap?
Well, he got his hands on it. I don't know if it came before he was ready for it or what, but it kind of hit his hands and went right on by.
It's been that kind of night for Green.
Yes, it has. Back to punt. This is number 1 again. This is
They
Cam
act like they're
Warner.
missing a guy. Yep, they are.
Off the sideline comes their 11th player, and he fits in at left tackle. Back to return the punt for McKinley, as has been the case tonight, Shad Davis. Snap is there. The punt is off. And it will roll and roll inside the 30. No attempt by McKinley to get after that one, so they'll just send their offense out and set up 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Green needed that kind of punt all night long. What did he get on that?
Let's see. 44 yards.
Yeah.
Bob, do you have your thing out there flying over the field taking pictures?
Oh,
remember the USFL when they came back? They had one of those drones in the huddle. You remember that?
Yeah.
That thing would sit right down in the huddle. I mean, not on the ground, above the huddle.
Maybe that's Casey's.
Go to practices. Go to high school practices, Mark.
They use those?
Yes.
Do they?
Yes. At practice, I was at Jackson's practice a couple of weeks ago. It was about 20 feet above my head.
They do an overhead film? Is that what they're doing? Run up the middle by West. Gain of maybe a yard or 2. So what's the purpose of a drone? They film in overhead views? Is that what they
either
want to
from
do?
behind the defense or behind the offense, whatever they plan for that particular day.
So 10 or 15 years ago, it was that telescopic camera in the end zone that they'd send up to get that done. Now they just send a drone out.
Yeah, and you've got a guy operating the drone, and he's on your staff.
And he's having a ball, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Running that drone.
Yep. And I bet he's a techie guy.
2nd and 10. Hayden to the sideline. Wow, what a throw. 2 defenders right there, and he threaded the needle. Wow. Number 3 on the catch. That is DJ Britt. 1st down.
Yep, number 14 and number 7
Look at
for
this
Green. Had good coverage underneath and over top.
That is a great throw. You leave
Yes,
that
it
one
is.
just a little short, and you might be chasing the guy that's running the other way for a touchdown.
Yes, yes, yes.
So 1st and 10, ball set at the 42-yard line. We have seen some great catches tonight.
Yeah, we have.
McKinley will hand the ball to West. 1-on-1 with number 1, and number 1 brought him down, Cam Warner.
Green again is playing soft coverage, as we have remarked about McKinley, and they're tempting McKinley to make that throw.
So 2nd and 5. Ball is at the 47, the right hash, just about to go under 9 minutes left in this game. 21-3, McKinley. They run off the left side, and he runs hard to get a couple yards, but that Green defense was there in the hole and very physical. It'll bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and 3.
McKinley choosing not to take advantage of the soft coverage. Let's run some clock, run the ball, collect first downs.
And they're taking their time in the huddle.
Yeah, they are.
No lining up and getting a signal from the sideline. They are in the, we'll call it old-fashioned huddle.
Yeah, this is the 4-minute offense at the 8-minute point.
3rd and 3, just shy of the 50-yard line. And McKinley has to take a timeout. They took so much time in the huddle, they didn't have enough time to get the play called at the line of scrimmage, apparently. So with 8:13 in the fourth quarter, 21-3, the McKinley Bulldogs over the Green Bulldogs. We'll take a break.
I'm Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns. Proud to be a member of Team Sarchon. Join us in Sarchon Auto Group as we drive towards a brighter future. Because when we come together, on and off the field, we can accomplish anything. Community, teamwork, strength. That's what we're all about.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
All right, back out on the field is that McKinley offense. 8:13 left in the fourth quarter. Hayden wants to throw it. He's flushed out of the pocket, looking deep. I think he just threw it out of bounds. Minimize the damage, prevent a sack, and bring up 4th and 3.
It's a good decision.
McKinley runs their punter out on the floor, or field. Mankowski will punt it away, gain a little field position here, make Green go the long field. 4th and 3 on the 49-yard line.
Green fighting the clock and the score.
Number 13 is back for Green. Ben Bronick will return this punt. And McKinley has a late special teamer onto the field. Green came after it.
Yeah,
Mankowski got it away right away. And the returner lets it roll, and it does. Roll into the end zone.
Lucky bounce.
Fortunate for Green and especially that punt returner.
Yep.
So now we sit at 7:58, and Green's still trying to find some consistency on offense. Only have that one field goal to show for their offensive efforts tonight, and that was right at the end of the first half. In a 2-minute drill, they completed a couple of quick passes and kicked the field goal.
I don't think that they have, an explosive way to move the football in the run game. And they need an explosive play to come from this deficit with 7:58 left in the clock in the fourth quarter.
Hunka throwing it across the middle. He's got Reed wide open, and he makes a nice gain out to the 43-yard line.
Chunk play.
That's what they needed, didn't it?
Yep. And they need more, and he had time. He didn't hold the ball. He did his footwork upon the catch of the snap, put the ball in the throwing pocket, and got it out.
Lots of subs for McKinley. They're running them in and out of there. Hunka scrambling, trying to get free, and he'll go down in the backfield. That is number 8 for McKinley, Amari Mitchell with the sack.
I believe that's more than one for him this evening.
I called his name a couple of times, huh?
Yeah.
It's the 7th team sack.
Yeah, the negative to that, too, is that you lose time. You lose yardage and you lose time.
2nd and 15 now. Hunka looking to the right sideline. He throws it out of bounds. Not sure if it got away from him or if he thought it was too dangerous to try to complete it. It was pretty well covered. So 3rd and 15. These calls are tough, Coach.
Yeah,
there are not many plays in the playbook that fit into this 3rd and 15 category.
Yeah, on my call sheet, Yeah, there weren't 15 possibilities listed under third and long. I promise you that.
So we'll see if Green can find one in their playbook. Keep this drive alive. Hunka back in the pocket. Stepping around, looking for somebody, and he threw it in between two receivers. Not sure if he overthrew the short or underthrew the long. He was starting to get a little pressure, and he let it fly. And Green looks like they're going to bring out the punt team.
I think at some point in that play, receivers broke their routes to try to make themselves available to him, which doesn't necessarily mean that both quarterback and receiver are on the same page. That was out of necessity.
Punting for Green, Cam Warner. Snap is right to him. He had a great punt last time. This one's going to be a little shorter. It checks up and is downed at the 33-yard line where McKinley's offense will take over. And we have a flag on the play. Coach, I'd like to know, maybe you already know. Maybe I'm sure the stats are out there somewhere. It seems to me, in high school football especially, early in the season, especially, penalties really increase in the fourth quarter. Is that fatigue, lack of concentration? It just seems like it's hard to get a game finished. We can't get through the fourth quarter with all the penalties.
I don't know. I'd like to see a study done on that.
Well, let's get Josh. Maybe Belichick and have him do that.
Yeah, he's not busy right now. And they're not working together anymore.
Yeah. He could still ask him to do a study.
I don't know. I suppose, I suppose fatigue plays a part. Being behind, by 18 with 6:49.
That's not exactly a pick-me-up, is it?
No. That's not a happy time for, the guys in the white jerseys at this particular point.
So they ended up placing the ball at the 44 after lots of walks. Walking back and forth, they like the 44. So that's where McKinley takes over, 1st and 10. The hand to the left side. And he's making tacklers miss again, as he always does, Isaac Brooks.
Once again, that's a significant gain on first down. He was contacted in the backfield.
He is one of those guys that they don't bring him down with the first guy very often, do they?
No, and he's a willing guy to spin on first contact, to spin out of the tackle, and he does it with balance, and he gets north-south again quickly. His cuts aren't 45 degrees or anything like that. They're like 1 and 2 degree cuts, which are shallow cuts and the best kind for running backs to make.
2nd and 2. Brooks off the left side, and he will get the first down. We have a penalty in the McKinley backfield, and one of the McKinley players' helmets went rolling.
I think I know who the culprit might be on this one.
It's going to be holding on McKinley, personal foul on Green. So 2 guys got tied up. One was holding, the other guy took exception to it, and ripped his helmet off. That's not legal.
Yep, I think.
So they'll sort this out. Penalty on each side. One is probably a live ball foul and the other dead ball, right, Coach? Holding has to occur during the play, and
that is correct.
We'll see what they do here. They might walk one way some yards and the other way some yards. Oh, they offset. Okay. Forget it ever happened.
Yeah, that personal foul probably happened before the whistle was blown.
Well, if they said they were offsetting, that would be the case.
It doesn't make either team happy or unhappy.
So what you're saying is the referees didn't tick anybody off?
No, they didn't.
Oh,
no
man.
Way, no.
That hardly ever happens. 2nd and 2. Green walking some people up. They're bringing them. Isaac Brooks bouncing to the right. Lots of defenders there. Look at that. There are 8 white shirts.
Yeah, there were 3
on that tackle.
There were 3 not in the pile. Yes.
Isn't that great? All right, so it's 3rd and 1. They're going to give him a half a yard, make it 3rd and 1 here at the 53-yard line, the 47-yard line. Hey, you see Canadian football is going to a 100-yard field?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they changed. No more 110 yards. They also shortened the end zone from 25 to 15 yards.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
And they moved the goalpost to the back of the end zone. How about that? So they're trying to get a little bit more like American football.
Yeah, the novelty of being different has worn off.
Yeah, yeah. They say they're trying to improve the scoring, increase the scoring. Run off the left side, and it was a run with some vigor.
Flag on the play.
That was West. He will have the first down. We'll have to see what the penalty says about that. McKinley's walking back either into a huddle or back to where the penalty might be marked.
Side judge from the far side of the field threw the flag.
Is that usually motion or illegal formation of some sort? It's a 5-yard procedural penalty. It brings it 3rd and 7.
5-yard penalty. We're done.
So McKinley taking a lot of time off the clock via the penalty. They're moving forward with their plays and then backwards with their penalties, and it's 3rd and 7. 4:26 on the clock. McKinley up in the fourth quarter, 21-3. The YouTube game of the week. Aultman Health Systems and Aultcare brings it to you. And we're glad that you've joined us. Back to pass, throwing the ball to the field sideline, and again he got it just past the outstretched arms of the Green defender into the arms of number 3, DJ Britt.
There's a corner playing the deep half or the deep third of the field, and there's an underneath defender between the tackle and the wideout, and he just can't get there. He's the guy that can make a play on the ball. The corner's just going to make the tackle. Very accurate throw and another good catch by McKinley.
So that makes it a first down at the 39-yard line of Green. Under 4 minutes in the game now. The handoff left side, West. West will gain a few yards. Al-Qadi on the tackle again.
Little chippy down there, post whistle. The umpire had a brief conversation with the Green defenders.
2nd and 8. McKinley just keeping it on the ground, or you'd expect them to. They've been successful with the pass late in the game, though. They're starting to hit those outs.
Yep. Well, again, look at the corner at the top of the field. He's got about a 10-yard cushion.
This time it's Brooks, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. He might lose a yard. 3rd and 9. Green defense still playing hard. What do you expect? You wouldn't expect anything else, right? Mark Geis does a great job out there, and it's good to see the Green players pulling their teammates back that seem to be getting a little out of control. So trying to prevent a penalty. Good job there, Mr. Al-Qadi.
They've been on the field for a long
they
time
have.
in this game.
Yeah, they have, especially the second half.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, and some of those guys, there's 5 guys for Green that go both ways.
Yeah.
So they haven't left the field.
Yeah, the second half stats are decidedly.
Yeah, time of possession is going to be way in McKinley's favor.
Yes, absolutely.
Brooks, that looked like a face mask, must have been a shoulder pad. Kind of turned his head back a little bit.
Yep, no flag, so it must have been a shoulder pad like you said.
Got a couple of yards. Let's bring up 3rd and about 5, maybe a long 4.
4th maybe, right?
Oh, 4th down. Thank you, Tom. Yep. 4th down. Hayden over to the sideline to talk to the offensive play caller, or at least the one relaying it to the field.
Well, even if McKinley doesn't score on this drive, they've taken over 5 minutes off the clock here in the 4th, so mission accomplished.
Play clock to 6, 5, 4.
They are going to throw it, or at least thought about it, and then he pulled it down because a rush was in there. Number 51, Dario Lombardi, and number 77, Zane Al-Qadi. And they will turn it over on downs. The Green offense will come out. 1:18 left in this game. As soon as the game ends, we'll take a quick break. We'll get Renzi Parnell, who by all accounts looks like the winning coach tonight, for an interview on the field, and then Thom will read you some stats that Bob's going to be putting together for him. We'll recap it, give you the player of the game, and we'll let you get out of here. So 1:18 left. Green with the ball, down by a lot. 21-3. They're throwing the wheel route down the sideline. Reed tried to go up and catch it. Got a hand on it, but he was dealing with number 10 the whole time, Damari McClellan, the younger brother of Dante, who's doing good things out of Missouri.
Yep. McKinley threw the ball on 4th down, and I have no problem with that. They're overloading the line of scrimmage, trying to deny the run, and they're trying to get the first down, and the better play call was to throw the ball. I can't be critical of that 4th down with that lead.
This is number 12 into the game. Oh, that's still Tyson Hunka. I'm sorry. I thought maybe they had put a new quarterback in there. And Bob, is that number 8? Is that sack number 8?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
Wow. Well, the McKinley defense has been playing well all year, and they've received some pretty good publicity about that this last week, and they have played great tonight.
Well, they closed the door in the second half.
They sure did.
You know, the field goal, that was it.
There's the handoff. Reed around the left side, and he's going to stay in bounds, and so that most likely will be the last play of this game. Green could hurry up and run another one. Not sure why they'd want to.
Yep, 6 or 7 McKinley defenders on the tackle. They're still running the football.
Yeah. A couple of new numbers out there, but a lot of the guys have played the whole game, and it's 10 and counting down. So, gentlemen, it looks like McKinley going to get away with this victory, 21-3 over Green. That will move them to 5-1, 3-0 in the league. Green falls to 1-5, 0-3 in the league, and this is their first loss that was by more than one score. All right, the clock says 0. We're going to take a break, come back, and do all the stuff we were just talking about. McKinley 21, Green 3. That's the final.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
Kenny and JT.
Legendary actor, producer, director, author, musician, William Shatner. You've touched so many different generations, whether it's, Captain Kirk or DJ Hooker.
I got arrested for touching the wrong generation.
Was there a favorite role of yours throughout your entire illustrious career?
I don't think that way. What I think is the moment I'm doing something, that's the best I can do. And this radio show is the best I can do. So you'll have
away. It's the Kenny and JT Show, weekdays between 3 and 7 on WHBC.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
Ready on the field? All right.
Yeah, we got Coach here.
All right, good deal. Coach Renzi Parnell, the winning coach from the McKinley Bulldogs. Coach Parnell, congratulations. This is Mark and Thom up in the press box. Hey, I want to ask you, lead off here, and then Tom's got a question for you, too. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you good.
I saw those eyes flashing. I didn't know. Hey, that offense was pretty dominant tonight as far as time of possession and numbers of plays. You ran the ball 40-plus times. Was that your plan coming in, or did you want to be balanced, or did you want to pound the rock at them?
Okay, can you hear me?
Are you with me?
Yeah, it's just staticky.
All right, I was asking you about the run game. You ran it 40-plus times, really dominant. Was that the plan coming in?
Yeah, absolutely. It was the plan coming in. We want to control the time of possession. I thought they did a good job of that. Despite being sloppy on the offensive line, we did a good job of it.
All right. You know, we did your Glen Oak game, and you did a post-game interview with Kenny Rhoda that night, and you can tell that you're driving these kids to excellence, because it doesn't matter how many points you win by, you got something, you're coaching them up. Coach Thom McDaniels got a question for you.
Yeah, Renzi, how are you tonight? You gave up the three at the end of the second quarter, and your kids came out angry in the second half. You know, that 3 points that 3 points seemed to bother them, but they were dominant on defense in the second half. He's not hearing me.
It's all static.
All right, we lost Coach Parnell, but Tom's question was a good one. And Bob's going to do the stats here in a minute, but 8 sacks we had counted there all the way down to the end, and that is a dominant performance on defense. Anytime you're into the backfield that often and that many times, it's very difficult for the opposing offense to operate. Coach Parnell is still down there. Bless his heart for being patient with us. We can let him run into the locker room. All right, we're not going to get him. Congratulations, Coach Parnell. How close are we to the stats, Bob? Still working?
Still working.
All right, well, we've got a lot to do. We got the player of the game, the Old Carolina Barbecue, the official barbecue of football player of the game. We'll pick that in a minute. The key play replay, not sure which one we're going to pick, but we had some great pass receptions by both teams, and one of those will be that key play replay.
I favor the tight end's catch in the end zone.
That's a good one for me, too. We're going to take a quick break, let Bob finish up the stats. We'll be right back at Benson Stadium.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents off per gallon just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with drink clubs. So start saving today. Download the Bell Stores app and sign up for Bell Buddy Rewards.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
A strong community brings people together and lifts them through all of life's challenges. At Friends and Family Credit Union, we believe a dependable financial resource is crucial for a strong community. That's why, in addition to our financial services, we support our neighbors whenever we can. Giving back to our community, we strive to be a part of the growth and success of our institutions, organizations, and neighbors. Because when they succeed, we succeed.
Does your fast-paced family need internet that can keep up? Accelerate Fiber from MCTV has you covered with the speeds and reliability to match your lifestyle. With speeds up to 1 gigabit, Accelerate Fiber lets everyone in your home stream, game, video chat, and work all at the same time. Connect with MCTV's Accelerate Fiber technology for the speed and dependability your family deserves. Upgrade today. Visit mctvohio.com or call today.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
CKP Heating and Cooling is the go-to name for heating, cooling, and more. Local owners Chaz and Ty want to thank the community for their business and support. For heating, cooling, refrigeration, boiler work, sheet metal, custom fabrication, and more, go with CKP. Call 330-791-3029 or visit them online at ckphvac.com.
All right, we are back at Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium at the conclusion of this victory for McKinley, 21-3 over Green. And Bob Jeffries had been working on the stats, and Tom McDaniels has them. Tom, take it away.
Yeah, the final stats, Green 3, McKinley 21. Rushing yards, Green with minus 40 rushing yards. Most of that as a result of the 8 sacks that McKinley recorded against Green. McKinley with 148 yards rushing. Green 134 yards passing, McKinley 121. Green 94 total yards, McKinley 269. First downs dominant on McKinley's favor. 18 first downs to Green's 4. McKinley doubled them in time of possession. Green possessed the ball for 15 minutes and 40 seconds, and McKinley possessed it for 32 minutes and 20 seconds. No turnovers on either side. 6 penalties for Green, 6 penalties for McKinley, both for 56 yards. Individual stats for the game, and we'll take care of Green first. Tyson Hunka was 10 of 18 for 134 yards, no touchdowns, no INTs. Evan Reed, 6 rushes for 8 yards. Aiden Price, 4 catches for 71 yards. On McKinley's side, Trent Hayden, 13 of 21 for 121 yards, 2 TDs. Keelan West, 26 carries, 82 yards, and a TD. Isaac Brooks, 12 carries, but 72 yards on just 12 carries. Darius Hill, 5 catches for 43 yards and a touchdown. And DJ Britt, 4 catches for 59 yards.
All right, and Tom, we got the key play replay, MCTV, we go the extra smile, and you've got information on who that might, or what play we're highlighting on that one.
Yeah, the key play of the game was at 3:56 of the third quarter. McKinley scored after possessing the ball for 8 plays. They covered 57 yards. It was a 16-yard TD pass from Hayden to Legacy Lee, and it put McKinley up by 2 scores at 14-3 at that point.
And that was right after he had dropped one just about the same spot. So that was a great play. And we also have the player of the game, Old Carolina Barbecue, the official barbecue of football, and Bob Jeffries, who's the player of the game?
We're going to go, I would love to give it to the defense because, 8 sacks. They dominated defensively. Really Green struggled all night, but unfortunately I don't do defensive
and it was a collective effort.
And it was, yes. Really there was a lot of stars on defense, but we're going to give it to the quarterback. Trent Hayden, he was 13 of 21, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns, managed the game well, no big turnovers, and he threw some nice passes to his receivers, Britt, Hill, Lee, and Elijah Finn. So our player of the game will be Trent Hayden.
When in doubt, they always give it to the quarterback, coach. I don't know.
It's the right choice in this game.
Yes, it is. Hey, we want to thank the staff. On-site engineer Nick Zapolis and Dale Lamb. Video producer Casey Claxon. Casey, thanks a lot. Keeping us straight. Camera, Lillie Perez, Trevor Lake. Production assistant Andrew Hughes. Bob Jeffries doing the stats. Coach Thom McDaniels, the color. This is Mark Miller from Benson Stadium, McKinley 21, Green 3. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thank you for joining us for the 2025 Aultman Healthcare Systems Aultcare YouTube Game of the Week. Be sure to subscribe to the 1480 WHBC YouTube channel now.